for Dawson Von Ruden. Von Ruden dribbles to the paint. Backwards, a nice shot there by Von Ruden, reels in that high pass. Now Lipton takes a three and makes a three-pointer. Moss across the timeline, dribbles in, pulls up, and from the elbow makes. Chadbourne, pull up three is good for Caden Chadbourne. Lakers moving it around the perimeter. Driving in is Moss, and he lays it off the glass and in. BTD Manufacturing scoreboard. Marion Moss pulls up and makes a three-pointer. Fouled there as Von Ruden pulls up in transition and makes the three-pointer. And here comes the Lakers transition three. No, Moss gives it to Bauer, who takes a three, and he makes. Half to go in half number one. Oh, no look pass by Bauer. Ian Bauer. Defended by Huseby. Severson gets the matchup that they like. Got his own rebound, goes right back. Missed again, then bats it out to Von Ruden. Pull up three is good. Down by 3 points. Boshi's shot blocked by Moss. First half. Three-pointer by Von Ruden. He makes. Early in the season, here's Marion Moss. Pulls up from mid-range and makes. 39. Dawson Von Ruden. Tough shot. Lipton. Rebound. Got it to drop in. Von Ruden, quick three, and he makes! Moss navigates his way to the rim, but missed. Stolen by Hatch. Missed by Hatch. Rebounded by Moss. And as Marion Moss gets the make. In the left wing, three-point shot, no good. Loose for Jones, and he gets the drop. Lakers trying to get back in this. They led at the half by 5 points, and Brendan Severson. It'll be Laker basketball here. Three-point shot by Moss. He got it! And the Lakers have taken the lead back. Back out to Moss. Guarded by Reavers. Splits the defenders. Lays it off the glass and in. 5 left. Lakers, if they want, they can slow the pace. Instead, Lipton takes a three. He made it! And a good evening to you, and welcome inside the Ken Freeman Arena, the site of this Section 8A boys hockey matchup featuring the visiting Thief River Falls Prowlers and the home team, the Detroit Lakes Lakers. Charlie Newland broadcasting to you alongside Matt Wimmer as we get ready for what should be an exciting matchup here tonight, as these two teams met last year. The last time that they met, it was in the section playoffs, and the Lakers defeated Thief River Falls to advance to the section semifinals. And talking with head coach of Thief River Falls, Kyle Anderson, this team has not forgotten about last year's defeat here in the Ken Freeman Arena. So should be a good matchup, Matt. Anytime there's two Section 8A opponents, a lot on the line just because it's a coach's vote and these head-to-head matchups matter so much. And for the Lakers, they have Thief River Falls here tonight. And then on Tuesday, they have Crookston. And as you know, it's always who's going to get the 3, 4, or 5 seed. And so these next two games here for the Lakers are very important.
Well, it always is important. If you get these Section 8 battles early in the year, we had the one called off with East Grand Forks because of the weather. Something everybody was geared up, including you and I, Charles, wanted to watch another Section 8 battle. But these early season games, when I was coaching and even playing days, you don't put as much stock in them as you generally because of how early in the season they are. But the fact of the matter is, here in Section 8, every time you can pick up a victory that adds points, it adds something that you can a little fuel you can bring with you to that coach's vote. And so these early games are really important, and it's tough to do when you're just getting your team dialed in. Fortunately, it looks like after 2 games on the night on the scoring sheet, they broke out with 6 their last game against Sauk Rapids. So it looks like they're finding their way into the net anyway, and jumped right off of those two zero scoring games and came back and put a bunch of points on the board. So hopefully we can see that continue tonight.
Yeah, all it took was to play a Minnesota school
Right.
instead of playing North Dakota schools.
Right.
So Lakers enter tonight, as Matt mentioned, after that 6-1 victory over Sauk Rapids Rice on Tuesday. Prowlers, they're still searching for their first win of the season, but you'd say, oh, they're 0-3. But look at their schedule. They took on St. Cloud Cathedral, and then they had back-to-back AA schools with Roseau and Bemidji, and they almost pulled one off against Bemidji, but this is a Prowler team that don't let that record fool you at all.
No, you get the, Thief River still got that old Section 8 back before there was A and AA schedule going, where they got Roseau's and they got Bemidji's and things, and Detroit Lakes has had to battle back to get into those positions and starts to see schools like Bemidji. But Thief River keeps them on their schedule constantly, and consequently, that brings their compete level up just that much higher as the season goes on. With this Lakers schedule that they've been building, they've got the same opportunity as some of these other schools have had in the past with this Laker tough schedule. That's really moving them forward when it comes time for the playoffs.
Pre-game show brought to you by Snap Fitness in Detroit Lakes. Coming up on our Snap Fitness pre-game show, talk to the head coaches. Had a chance to talk to Ben Noah of Detroit Lakes, Coach Anderson of Thief River. Also introduce you to tonight's starters and give to our Ameriprise Financial Carrier and Vardy keys to the game. You're listening to Laker Hockey here on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Lakes TV 3. And also a special welcome to our friends listening in Thief River Falls, listening on KKAQ. We'll be back in 4 minutes with our interview with head coach Ben Noah.
Snap Fitness of Detroit Lakes is the only locally owned 24/7 fitness club in the Lakes area. Snap Fitness has month-to-month memberships, meaning no long-term contracts or club enhancement fees. Work out on your own time, even with a busy schedule. Looking for a class that will motivate and push you? Check out the Snap Fitness Boot Camp with Coach Carly. If you sign up this month, you'll receive a Lakers card. With MyZone technology, Snap Fitness helps you stay on track and reach your fitness goals. Proud supporter of Laker Athletics. Membership subject to a one-time enrollment fee. Snap Fitness, Detroit Lakes.
Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here from Strive Chiropractic. Say, you may have heard that we take a very different approach when it comes to chiropractic care and health care in general, and that's because we focus on the overall health of the body, looking at how everyday stress affects our nervous system. Your nervous system controls and regulates everything in your body, and chiropractic care at Strive can make a huge difference in your child's school year, their performance, their health, and their overall well-being. Call today to get your family on the road to feeling and functioning their best.
For 130 years, Ameriprise Financial has worked for their clients' futures, helping millions of Americans retire on their terms. Have Carrier and Vardy, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, develop a customized plan for your retirement. Call me, Matt Carrier, or financial advisors Matt Hayden or Kelsey Vardy at 218-847-2676 to learn more.
Office is located at 1135 Washington Avenue, Suite 103, Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guaranteed. May lose value. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Life isn't perfect, but that doesn't mean we can't make it better for the people we care about. At Weber Family Motors, that's our family and our team, and also the customers who have been shopping with us since 2007. That's why we've made our Pro-Certified Unlimited Mile program complimentary for every eligible new and pre-owned vehicle. So you get one less thing to worry about. Visit our showroom on Highway 10 West next to Menards or browse online at WeberFamilyMotors.com. Weber Pro Certified. Drive home.
$5 duo at BK. Step up to the plate and have it your way. Get 2 of your faves, it's up to you. Just figure it out, then hit the drive-thru. BK, have it your way. $5 duo at BK. Step up to the plate and have it your way. Get 2 of your faves, it's up to you. Just figure it out, then hit the drive-thru. BK, have it your way.
When the snow flies, your golf game doesn't have to go into hibernation. Swing into the 19th hole simulator at Forest Hills Resort, your warm, cozy escape all holiday season long. Keep your swing sharp on some of the best courses in the country, all without leaving town. Bring friends, hang out over holiday breaks, and make it a tradition. And grab Black Diamond at Forest Hills Christmas gift cards, the perfect gift for the golfer in your life. So tee up good times this winter at the Forest Hills Resort 19th hole simulator.
Welcome to Muscatel GMC in Detroit Lakes. Ask about rebates and incentives available now. GMC, dedicated to American ingenuity. Looking for roomy comfort and convenience? Designed for serious capability. Muscatel's built on trust.
Looking for health care that keeps you feeling your best? At Essentia Health, our team of primary care providers is here to listen and guide you on your path to wellness. From routine checkups and preventative screenings to managing chronic conditions, we've got you covered. With a focus on building relationships, we take the time to understand your unique health concerns. Visit our website at essentiahealth.org to schedule your appointment.
Talking with the head coach of the Laker boys hockey team, head coach Ben Noah. Coach, Thief River Falls, big Section 8A tilt here tonight, first section game of the season.
Yeah, it's perfect timing. I mean, we've got a few games under our belt that really didn't mean a whole lot. I mean, we did play Sauk Rapids, which is a conference game. It was nice to get that win, our first win, but now it's good old Northern Minnesota hockey right now, and we expect a tight checking game. Well coached on their end, and it's going to be a hard game.
You mentioned that win against Sauk Rapids Rice. How nice was it to get the monkey off the back?
It was great, and especially just the way that it happened for us. I actually felt our best period of the night was the second period, and we didn't score any goals. But to see the floodgates kind of open for us and score a bunch of goals in that third period, it really kind of gave our team a much-needed confidence boost, and we saw it the last couple of days in practice as well.
And was it just a matter of getting that one goal to open up the floodgates? I mean, were we doing things right in the prior two games?
Yeah, we opened up with Grand Forks Central, and we didn't get a lot of offense going in that game because that's just a really good team, deep team. We had to play a lot of defense, but our second game against Shanley, we controlled most of the game, and we were kind of snake bit. But when I watched it on film, what I was recognizing is we didn't have any urgency to get in front of the net, get traffic in front of their goalie's eyes, everything he was able to see. And good goalies at this level, they're going to make saves if there's no traffic. And so we put a big precedence on that heading into that Sauk Rapids game, and we did a much better job at getting to the paint, getting traffic, and having guys around those scoring areas. So that'll be the message again tonight, and hopefully we can score some goals.
How nice is it to get Carter Whitworth back in the lineup?
Oh, he's an energy guy for first and foremost. Plays with a lot of passion. He's a senior, probably the most gifted athlete on our team. He's got a lot of speed, a lot of strength. And he's going to change the dynamic of how we look. We're going to look a little bit faster because we have a little bit more speed on the ice. So it's great. I'm excited for Carter. I know he's itching to get after it. So, expect him to kind of be all over the ice tonight.
Usually a physical matchup when we play Thief River Falls. Are you expecting more of the same tonight?
Yeah, and I think it's not necessarily even like a message from their coach or a message from me to the guys. It's just, these kids grow up playing against each other from squirts to peewees to bantams, and it's the style of hockey that gets played up here in Section 8, and so the kids just rise to the occasion, and it's not like they run around and try to blow each other up, but every puck battle matters, and they know it, and there's a lot of passion to win, and it typically turns out to be pretty physical.
Hard to believe you look ahead to the postseason, but I mean, these games, they have such an impact tonight and then Tuesday against Crookston.
It is. It's so funny because just historically in our section, it's always Detroit Lakes, Thief River Falls, and Crookston kind of jockeying for that 3, 4, 5. And we have these two games back to back early, and so our guys know that these are important games. But honestly, at the end of it all, you want to be playing your best hockey at the very end of the year, and you got to beat all the good teams if you're going to go anywhere anyway. So I'm not going to put a whole lot of stock in the wins and losses, but it certainly would help if we won tonight.
What do you want to see from your team?
I want to see 3 periods of hockey the way that we want to play. And I'm not saying that we're not going to make our mistakes and whatever, but just as long as like the thought process is there, the understanding of responsibilities all over the rink, and we do it hard, we can always live with mistakes if we're trying to do the right things. And so I just want to see 3 periods of solid, good effort hockey with the right mindset, and so that we can get better.
Thanks for the time, Coach.
Thanks, Charlie.
Coach Ben Noah joining us here in the pregame show. Back with more and after this.
Checking in with Jim at J&K Marine. Jim, tell me about this no-hassle membership I've been hearing about.
Well, Joel, it's the easiest way to take care of your boat. One membership, and J&K Marine handles all service calls, pickups, deliveries, winterization, storage, and even oil changes.
So I don't have to mess with any of that stuff.
Exactly. Plus, members get 20% off parts and accessories. It's customer service simplified.
Sounds like working with the pros.
That's J&K Marine, where you need us, when you need us.
Call today and make lake life hassle-free.
Metal Sales in Detroit Lakes, proud supporters of Laker Athletics. With over 55 years of experience, Metal Sales is the nation's leading manufacturer of metal roofing, wall, and building systems. When it comes to metal panels, no one does it better. Looking for a fresh career opportunity? Metal Sales in Detroit Lakes is hiring. Stop by, apply online, or give them a call to see what's in store for you. Good luck this season, Laker athletes, from everyone at Metal Sales in Detroit Lakes. The Metal Panel Pros.
Life isn't perfect, but that doesn't mean we can't make it better for the people we care about. At Weber Family Motors, that's our family and our team, and also the customers who have been shopping with us since 2007. That's why we've made our Pro-Certified Unlimited Mile program complimentary for every eligible new and pre-owned vehicle. So you get one less thing to worry about. Visit our showroom on Highway 10 West next to Menards, or browse online at WeberFamilyMotors.com. Weber Pro Certified. Drive home.
$5 duo at BK. Step up to the plate and have it your way. Get 2 of your faves, it's up to you. Just figure it out, then hit the drive-thru. BK, have it your way. $5 duo at BK. Step up to the plate and have it your way. Get 2 of your faves, it's up to you. Just figure it out, then hit the drive-thru. BK, have it your way.
B&M Electric, a full-service electrical contractor that's built a reputation on honesty and service, providing top-quality service at a reasonable price and long-lasting relationships with the best general contractors in the area. B&M Electric is proud that home and business owners alike call them year after year for their electrical needs. The biggest compliment? When their customers refer them to friends. Over 35 years in the business, licensed and bonded. Good luck to all the Laker athletes from Mike and Brenda at B&M Electric.
Look, the big new Old National Bank in town is just trying to make a go for it. But they have a lot of shareholders to please down in Chicago. At Midwest Bank, your local bank, the only person we have to please is you. So we employ people here. We invest in people here. We build businesses here. And if that's the kind of thing you want from your financial institution, we welcome you here to Midwest Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Come hang out at the DLCCC. Indoor pool, indoor track, indoor backyard. It's all indoors and ready for you to join. And if you're not sure how to work the equipment or where to start, book a session with a personal trainer. Many classes, many levels. Workouts are an important part of an athlete's career. So whether you're a beginner or advanced, the DLCCC has something here for every level and every age. So get started today. It's a great decision. Check out their Facebook page for classes or call 844-4221. Good luck to all the Laker athletes.
VTD Manufacturing in Detroit Lakes is a proud sponsor of the Detroit Lakes Lakers. They're a customer-focused, growth-oriented manufacturing partner providing innovative, customer-specific solutions to world-class brands. They succeed by investing in their people. They know the power of teamwork is what it takes to make a successful company, just as the teams of the Detroit Lakes High Schools do as well. VTD is community-minded and loves to see the Lakes area grow. Good luck this season to all Laker athletes.
You know, we have obviously there's a lot of work to do, you know, but I've seen the boys really progress through the games, through some adversity. You know, we got a lot of young guys, you know, experience-wise, they're really taking some steps forward. You know, some are taking bigger steps than others, but, you know, I kind of like where we're at, and it's going to be back in this barn. I mean, last year, you know, our last game of the season, you know, we got beaten in this barn, you know, so our goal today is we're going to come back with a W.
Kids remember that?
We do, yeah. There's a few. A lot of the guys are our varsity guys. A lot of minutes JV last year, so you know the impact of that game. You know, it wasn't as heavy as you know a few of the handful of players have for it, but hopefully they all kind of get the sense of the guys that do remember that, and they can bring it.
And it's so early in the season, right? I mean, you don't want to be playing. I mean, you want to be playing good hockey, but you know, you're not wanting to peak at this point, right?
Exactly. Yeah. You know, it's a process, but it's a big game. You know, last year, you know, when they beat us, you know, because these games are big when it comes down to seeding meetings as well. You know, I mean, the seeding meetings with DL beating us last year at home, and you know, even just getting beat by Red Lake Falls last year, you know, that kind of set us up to not have home ice for, you know, for playoffs. You know, and our goal is to have home ice for playoffs. So these games we have to approach it, and you know that we're going to win, and hopefully we get a W.
What's the biggest thing you want to see from your team tonight?
I think it's just the compete and the consistency. You know, we get a lot of inconsistencies with some of our play and some of our D-zone work, you know, so hopefully that stuff's starting to click, stuff we've been working on in practice, and hopefully that'll all kind of go, come together as a whole tonight.
Appreciate the time, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Head coach of the Thief River Falls Prowlers, Kyle Anderson, joining us here in the pregame. Back with more after this.
Make the decision for Precision. Precision Printing. Their business is helping your business. Precision Printing is the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. For quality printing that won't break your budget, make the decision for Precision Printing. Creative sales pieces, flyers, brochures, letters, invoices, and more. Plus free pickup and delivery from the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. Make the decision for Precision. 847-3101 or visit them at 219 Front Street in Detroit Lakes.
Welcome to Muscatel GMC in Detroit Lakes. Ask about rebates and incentives available now. GMC, dedicated to American ingenuity. Looking for roomy comfort and convenience? Designed for serious capability. Muscatels, built on trust.
Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here from Strive Chiropractic. Say, you may have heard that we take a very different approach when it comes to chiropractic care and health care in general, and that's because we focus on the overall health of the body, looking at how everyday stress affects our nervous system. Your nervous system controls and regulates everything in your body, and chiropractic care at Strive can make a huge difference in your child's school year, their performance, their health, and their overall well-being. Call today to get your family on the road to feeling and functioning their best.
For 130 years, Ameriprise Financial has worked for their clients' futures, helping millions of Americans retire on their terms. Have Carrier and Barty, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, develop a customized plan for your retirement. Call me, Matt Carrier, or financial advisors Matt Hayden or Kelsey Barty at 218-847-2676 to learn more.
Office is located at 1135 Washington Avenue, Suite 103, Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guaranteed. May lose value. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Checking in with Jim at J&K Marine. Jim, tell me about this no-hassle membership I've been hearing about.
Well, Joel, it's the easiest way to take care of your boat. One membership, and J&K Marine handles all service calls, pickups, deliveries, winterization, storage, and even oil changes.
So I don't have to mess with any of that stuff.
Exactly. Plus, members get 20% off parts and accessories. It's customer service simplified.
Sounds like working with the pros.
That's J&K Marine, where you need us, when you need us.
Call today and make lake life hassle-free. Saving energy and money go hand in hand, and Detroit Lakes Public Utilities is here to help you do both. Their Bright Energy Solutions program offers cash rebates on energy-efficient products that can help make your home more comfortable, reduce energy costs, and protect the environment, all while saving you money. From Energy Star appliance upgrades to advanced heating and cooling systems, there's plenty of opportunities to make a meaningful change in 2025. Learn all the ways you can save this year by contacting Detroit Lakes Public Utilities or visit BrightEnergySolutions.com.
The King is calling. Burger King of Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids is hiring for all shifts now. Whether you're looking for some supplemental income or a career opportunity, Burger King offers starting wages up to $15 an hour, and health insurance is available for full-time employees. Plus, paid training with advancement opportunities, flexible hours, free uniforms, and meal discounts. Starting up to $15 an hour, The King is calling. Burger King, Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids.
Looking for trusted appliances with hometown service? D&D Repair and Appliance is your full-service, family-owned appliance store, proudly serving the Lakes region for over 35 years. They carry KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, brands you know and trust. Plus, they offer delivery and installation so you can shop local and get it delivered right to your home. Visit them at 1050 Highway 59 South, because when you choose D&D Repair and Appliance, now you're talking value.
Freeman Arena. It's Section 8A hockey tonight. Boys hockey, Detroit Lakes hosting Thief River Falls. Glad to have you along, however you're tuning in, as the Lakers set to match up here with this Prowler team. Lakers 1-2 on the season. Prowlers 0-3 to start the season. We do have time. Let's get into the starting lineup for Detroit Lakes. Wing Carter Whitworth back in the lineup. He's been out with injury, so good to see him in the lineup for the first time this season. Center is Easton Kennedy. Right wing, Will Simbulik. Defense, Bauer Walter and Hudson Pettit. And the goaltender is Griffin Lindberg, 1-1 on the season, 2.5 goals against average, save percentage of 92.4. We'll take a break. We'll be back with a look at the starters for the Prowlers, and we'll also get to our keys to the game as it is time for the national anthem. We'll be back with more right after this. For Dawson Von Ruden. Von Ruden dribbles to the paint. Backwards. A nice shot there by Von Ruden. Reels in that high pass. Now Lipton takes a three and makes the three-pointer. Moss across the timeline. Dribbles in, pulls up, and from the elbow makes. Chadbourne pull up three is good for Caden Chadbourne. Lakers moving it around the perimeter. Driving in is Moss, and he lays it off the glass and in. BTD Manufacturing scoreboard. Marion Moss pulls up and makes a three-pointer. Fouled there as Von Ruden pulls up in transition and makes the three-pointer. And here comes the Lakers transition three. No, Moss gives it to Bauer, who takes a three, and he makes. Half to go in half number one. Oh, no look pass by Bauer. Ian Bauer, defended by Huseby. Severson gets the matchup that they like. Got his own rebound, goes right back, missed again, then bats it out to Von Ruden. Pull up three is good. Down by 3 points. Boshi's shot blocked by Moss. First half. Three-pointer by Von Ruden. He makes. Early in the season, here's Marion Moss. Pulls up from mid-range and makes. 39. Dawson Von Ruden. Tough shot. Lipton. Rebound. Got it to drop in. Von Ruden. Quick three. And he makes. Moss navigates his way to the rim but missed. Stolen by Hatch. Missed by Hatch, rebounded by Moss, and as Marion Moss gets the make. In the left wing, three-point shot, no good. Loose for Jones, and he gets the drop. Lakers trying to get back in this. They led at the half by 5 points, and Brendan Severson will be Laker basketball here. Three-point shot by Moss, he got it, and the Lakers have taken the lead back. Back out to Moss. Guarded by Reavers, splits the defenders, lays it off the glass and in. 5 left. Lakers, if they want, they can slow the pace. Instead, Lipton takes a three, he made it! And welcome back here to the Kent Freeman Arena, getting set for boys hockey here tonight. It's a big Section 8A matchup. Lakers taking on the Thief River Falls Prowlers. Let's meet the Prowlers here tonight. Starting lineup at left wing, Jonathan Regala. Center is Spencer Anderson. He's already committed to Miami of Ohio, playing Division I hockey. Jed Kelly at right wing. Tucker Connaught at left D. Beckham Johnson at right D. Cooper Roth is the goaltender for Kyle Anderson and the Thief River Falls Prowlers. Time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by Ameriprise Financial, Carrier and Vardy. And as Coach Noah talked about, playing 3 full periods of hockey and bring that compete level, which really means matching the physicality that we're expecting tonight, Matt, from this Prowler team.
Exactly where I was going. They size up those shoulder pads, strap them on tonight. This is Section 8 hockey. You want to come out, get the better part of that physical hockey game, knock these guys down on the small ice here at Kent Freeman Arena, push that puck deep in the zone, and start making some plays.
Section 8A matchup doesn't get much better than this as the Lakers control the face-off and they get the puck in the zone. Those are our keys to the game, brought to you by Ameriprise Financial Carrier and Vardy. It's all part of our Snap Fitness pregame shows. We get a puck that goes out of play, and we have a whistle and a face-off in the Laker offensive zone. Detroit Lakes goes from left to right as we see it, right to left for the Prowlers. Prowlers in the blue jerseys with some gold and white trim. Almost reminiscent of St. Louis Blues, Matt. That's what comes to mind for me. What do you got?
I'm with you on that. The Blues jerseys, the pants are a little odd with the extra striping, a few things, but the sweaters themselves are, early St. Louis Blues.
Yeah, for a while they sported a yellow jersey, and I like the blue better on the Prowlers.
What I'm definitely glad they got rid of is those dull. Remember the dull helmets that they wore, kind of the dull helmets.
Yep.
Yeah, they've got back to the.
Chance in front here for the Lakers and Henry Olsen. This is that second line. They matched up well against the top line of Sauk Rapids Rice on Tuesday. As the Prowlers work it out, Spencer Anderson will look for a dump in. Lakers will defend now on the near side. That's Pettit defending. Prowlers come away with the puck from the corner, trying to work it back to the blue line. Anderson gets it in the near side corner of the offensive zone. Lakers will disrupt. This is Bauer Walter, sophomore, new to the team this year, as he'll give it off to Hudson Pettit. Over across to Henry Olsen, the left winger, gives it up to Walter. Lakers go for a line change. Prowlers looking to bank it out of the zone, held in. Good forecheck pressure there by Brody Bender. This is an all-sophomore third line for the Lakers. Bender the center, Broughton and Zimmerman the wings. As the Lakers get back to the blue line here, as Pettit will bank it off the boards, too far in front of Broughton, and this will cross three lines for icing against the Lakers, and we'll have a defensive zone draw. Scoreboard tonight brought to you by BTD Manufacturing. It reads 15:31 left here in the first period with no score, no shots either.
Hey, Charles, before we get too far into this, I tell you what, the young lady at the national anthem tonight, Miss Clement, came over from Ulen, Minnesota, and gave us a spectacular rendition. It's been fun to watch. Both games we've done have had some live national anthem, and that's great to see it.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. An excellent job tonight with the national anthem. As there's nothing better than an actual person singing it rather than the old.
Yeah, no, it's terrific. It's fun to see the youth getting involved. And again, she drove all the way over here from Ulen and to be a part of the game tonight. So an excellent job, Ms. Clement, if you happen to be listening in.
Lakers in the defensive zone. Tying up is Walter. Pettit there to help as the Prowlers scrum along the boards. And now behind the net it goes. Lakers will pick it up. This is Easton Kennedy. Kennedy notched his first goal of the season in the win against Sauk Rapids Rice. Here's Will Simbulik. Will bring it through neutral ice. Try to feed it through the defensive skates, and he gets it back on his tape, looking for a centering feed. Puck will go across to the blue line. Lakers Pettit will get their pass. Little deflection there by Simbulik. Picked up behind the net by Simbulik. Good stick handling. Keeps possession. He'll backhand, give it off now to Pettit. Pettit through traffic. Save by the goaltender Cooper Roth. Now behind the net, there's a stick that's loose. Kennedy with a couple of good chances, but the second chance goes wide. A stick got in the midsection of Kennedy. No call. Play continues. Simbulik fends off a defender, gives it to Pettit from the right circle, scores! Hudson Pettit with the goal, but good work by Will Simbulik, who gets the helper. That's his third of the season, and the Lakers go up 1-0.
And that puck was all set up with a name we haven't called yet this season. Carter Whitworth, who's been out with some injuries, he's back in the lineup tonight, and there was a breakout pass, and we're not going to go back that far, but a one-touch pass coming out of their zone. That's what brought the Lakers down into that D zone to start that drive in the first place, and then just good gritty hockey to keep control of that puck, and then a nice fancy pass by Will Simbulik, and then Pettit burying it in the back of the net. Didn't wait around to size up that goaltender. Good, quick, hard snapshot from that right side, getting down under Cooper Roth's pads. And speaking of guys that probably remember last season, Cooper Roth is a 3-year starter at Thief River Falls, if I remember correctly, all the way back to his sophomore season. He's been in this lineup and been the backstop of this Prowler defense for a number of years here.
Prowlers down 1-0, 14:09 to go in the first period. In a goal by Hudson Pettit. That's his second goal of the season. Simblick will get a helper. I believe Kennedy will get the other. We'll see. Oh, Olsen gets stood up right at the blue line, off the glass and all the way down. Icing here on the Prowlers. So Kennedy and Simblick get the helpers. Again, it was a broken down breakout play by the Prowlers that led to the turnover. And Pettit gets the goal, 1-0 here. 13:51 to go first period. Offensive zone draw here for the Lakers.
And that breakdown, that broken down breakout play, as you talked about, that was all brought on by some good physical, not real hard hits, but getting in the way, getting your body in good body position so they can't get direct pass plays out. And an excellent job with some pass plays up at the top. No messing around with the puck up there. Quick drop pass, and then the one-timer over to the pass over to Pettit and put it away.
Brody Bender wins a draw, and Sully Broughton gets a good shot on goal. Save by the goalkeeper, Cooper Roth, who now needs a new stick, looks like. He's going to switch it up. I don't know if that stick was broke, the keeper's stick broke, or if he just...
maybe something just wasn't feeling right.
Wasn't feeling it.
I do the same thing with my golf clubs when if like he let that first one slip by. I was like, I shanked that first shot. It must have been the clubs.
It's always the equipment. As the Lakers get the puck here in the offensive zone, this is Bergeson. Xander Bergeson trying to feed it back to the defense. Rhett Walter laid it in deep. Comes the Prowlers, and that's a trip. That's going to be called on the Lakers. And the Lakers are going to go a player short here as the Prowlers will get an extra attacker out. Spencer Anderson comes in a delayed penalty on the Lakers. And now it should be offsides on the Prowlers, and we'll get a whistle. So a trip penalty on the Lakers. Sully Broughton, I believe, was the Laker that that's a tough play. You just kind of get your stick in the wrong spot. Got caught reaching, and fortunately the Prowler player goes down to the ice, and 2-minute minor assessed to Sully Broughton.
And that's the result, just like you said, Charlie, hit the nail on the head. The result of reaching is you give that offensive player an opportunity to step on your stick or get it in the way, and down he went. So too bad for Sully Broughton there, and too bad for the Lakers. But we're going to see this Thief River Falls power play starting out. But the Lakers have been doing a nice job killing power plays. And here we go right away.
2-on-1. Kennedy shoots on a save. Cooper Roth with the save. Kennedy elected to go forehand, backhand, left leg pad beats the shot by Kennedy. And the score stays 1-0. Good offensive chance shorthanded for the Lakers, though, a 2-on-1. As the Lakers, again, get it out to neutral ice and dump it in. As this puck glances off the glass, Kennedy gets to it first in the offensive zone. Lakers, no rush. They'll just play it back and regroup at neutral ice as Hudson Pettit retreats. Gives it now to Bauer Walter. Outlet pass here to Simblick. Felt the pressure from Hudson Browse and lost the puck. And Spencer Anderson will get the puck behind the net here for the Prowlers, and they'll look to break it out here. Thief River through neutral ice. Anderson, offensive zone. Shot misses wide of the net. Off the end boards. It's played by Regala. And puck now goes over the glass and out of play. And we'll get face-off in the defensive zone of Detroit Lakes.
Prowler bench wanted a penalty on that. The coach is real excited. They're going to have a discussion down here. It's fairly heated, but it was from behind. Laker player definitely held up on that play, and it wasn't. It certainly wasn't real aggressive. It was more of a pin up against the boards, from what it looked to me. But as the Thief River Falls player kind of flailed back, it looked worse than it really was, and they're going to have a quick talk and right back to the drop of the puck.
Yeah, tough play for the Laker defender as Regala kind of turned his back last second, and not much you can do with momentum going that way. As the Prowlers try to get a power play goal here, but Jed Kelly not able to generate a shot on net. Out of the corner it goes. The Prowlers will play it corner to corner as Regala knifes at that puck and then slashes the stick out of the hands of Lawson Justison. And so much for the power play for the Prowlers as they'll go a player short. It's a slashing penalty on Regala.
I got to bring it up again. Boy, that penalty really bugs me. You know, Lawson's just got to hang on to that stick. You got to be tougher with that stick. You know, I tell you what, we played, you were congratulated if you could knock someone's stick out of their hand. I understand if you come over hard enough to break one of these sticks, and you and I both know, Charles, these sticks these days aren't that difficult to break. So if you don't hit them hard enough to break that stick, I tell you what, that slashing penalty is really tough for me to swallow.
It wasn't a two-hand chop, you're saying.
Correct.
As the Lakers will send one on net, saved by Roth. And the Prowlers' Spencer Anderson gets a shot away, but it's gloved by Griffin Lindberg.
Lindberg hasn't been tested much tonight. That's only the second shot on net by Thief River. But, boy, comes out, heels on the crease, nice, confident save. That's what you're looking for in your goalie, to come out, make that nice, confident save early in this game and stick with it. Nice, clear view by his defenseman. Easy save for Griffin Lindberg as he comes out to make that save.
Oh, well, false start on that face-off, and the Prowlers unaware that the whistle had blown and ripped a shot. That was Anderson.
Hit that blocker side post on Lindberg and just ding ding, paging Dr. Sutton.
Lakers lose the draw. 4-on-4 hockey for another 15 seconds as the Lakers will have a brief power play. And Cymbaluk will work it out of the zone and take it himself. He looks good tonight as he'll bring it in the offensive zone. Now to the corner, behind the net. Cymbaluk keeps possession, gives it to Walter. Right side for Pettit. Pettit feeling pressure.
Lakers back to full strength.
5-on-4, another minute 17 power play. Near side for Cymbaluk. Top of the circles, bottom of the circles now for Rhett Walter. Finds Bauer Walter, who broke his stick. Snapped in half. Would have been a good look for a shot, but equipment malfunction as the Lakers keep it in for a moment, but now the Prowlers knock it loose as that's Beckham Johnson. And Johnson, he's only a freshman and big kid, as now we get another penalty here and we get a holding call.
I thought they were going to maybe call Cymbaluk for interference as he got in the way. That's what. Well, they're calling him for holding. He was interfering with that player as there was a race for the puck. He kind of threw his body in there. He definitely wasn't holding him. That was more of an interference call for sure. But he threw his body in between the player, the defending player, and the half wall, so he could make sure he could retrieve that puck. And the official saw it. But then there was a pretty good blow on the end boards, and that looked like a fairly dangerous hit, and they let that one go.
So back to 4-on-4 hockey. 48 seconds of penalty time remaining on Regala. So then it'll be a power play for a minute 12 for Thief River. Cymbaluk is in the penalty box for the Lakers for holding.
And this isn't the kind of game that Coach Noah wants to see. He wants to play 5-on-5. Yeah, we know he takes some pride in that power play, and we know that Lakers kill is pretty decent. But the last thing he wants is to get in a battle of special teams here. They want to get a nice flow to this game so they can get their speed up and start to work their offense a little bit.
Prowlers, good hustle through neutral ice. That's Jed Kelly. Brings it in, one-man show, gives it now to Brous. He'll cycle it to Spencer Anderson. Back to Kelly, but he did not know it was in his skates. And the Lakers will clear it to the corner. Prowlers back at full strength. Turnover by the Lakers. Net ajar and a whistle blown. Ooh, dangerous play there by the Lakers.
Well, and it was dangerous. Bauer Walter picked up that puck and then went reversed back into his zone, not knowing that they were shorthanded that time. He had time to fire that puck down the ice and get it out of harm's way, but I don't think he had a good look at that. You know, we've got a clock on the far end at Ken Freeman and one at neutral ice, but not one in the Lakers' defensive zone. And the way he was positioned, he wasn't able to see the clock, and the fact that they were shorthanded when he got the puck would have been a nice, easy play down the rink.
Yeah, that's a good call. Probably a tough angle for the goalkeeper to see. Time remaining on the penalty.
Right.
So, power play for the Prowlers once again. Yeah, the power play shortened because of a penalty. But now they'll have about a minute of power play time. And Cymbaluk in the box for holding. Descharme will play it off the boards and out. As it's loose at neutral, Kennedy gets to the puck. Kennedy trying to go to the net himself, takes a tough angle shot, got his own rebound, saved by Roth. Back to Rhett Walter through traffic, and it's saved by Roth. So another chance shorthanded for the Lakers, and once again, it's number 42, Easton Kennedy.
You know, Kennedy comes down that sideboard, and he's got an opening for that shot, and I like the fact that he didn't try to force it across on the 2-on-1 and takes that shot, but you got to make a smart shot there. You want to fire to the far side, to that goalie's blocker side on that, because you do have an oncoming player with you that could have that rebound. Now, he got his own rebound, but he went all the way around the back of the net. That kind of stalled the drive. If you can shoot for that far side, you got an opportunity for a quick rebound out and a scoring chance by your teammate.
Prowlers win the defensive zone draw. 30 seconds left on the power play for Thief River Falls. Pettit, a good check as the Prowlers now get in the offensive zone with 24 seconds left. Set it up. Rouse with it. He'll backhand it to the near side. Lakers played off the boards and out. This is Lawson Justison. Justison driving to the net. Backhand shot goes off the side of the net and goes to the end boards where it's picked up by Spencer Anderson. Dying seconds in the power play here for the Prowlers. Anderson gets a shot wide and swept to the corner by Lindbergh, but it's picked back up by Anderson. 5-on-5 hockey now as the Lakers played off the glass and out of the zone, and it'll go on net. And a chance for Simblick, who was out of the penalty box but couldn't catch up to the puck, and it's covered up by Roth.
And that doesn't happen very often at Ken Freeman Arena because they keep it pretty cold down at ice level. But that puck, as it bounced through, that's why he couldn't catch up to it. It was bouncing, and that's what made it dangerous for Roth. And he came way out further than usual to kind of play that puck and make sure he gathered up before Simblick caught up to it. Simblick's got a little jump tonight.
Yeah, playing well. 5 points in his last 2 games. Prowlers will get it out of the zone. This is Hudson Hall. And the right wing gets it past Carter Whitworth, but it's absorbed by Descharmes. He'll play it to Rhett Walter. Fed to Easton Kennedy. Knifes it forward for Simblick.
Dangerous hit.
As Simblick fools the defender in the corner. Backhands it to Kennedy, and he shot. Oh, got a piece of the padding of Roth. And the Prowlers bring it back the other way. Thief River will tap it into the zone and go for a line change.
Nice to see Kennedy get up there. It was kind of a knee shot right at neutral ice, and then gets up and has a scoring opportunity.
Shot wide by the Prowlers. 7:35 to go. First period, if you're just joining us, the Lakers with the goal by Hudson Pettit. And that's the extent of the scoring so far, but we've had a number of good chances here from both sides. As the Prowlers look to break it out, this has been a area of trouble here for them, 5-on-5, but now they do get it to neutral ice. Spencer Anderson brings it in wide. The captain will feed it to his defenseman, Flagan, and that shot is to the corner, where it's picked up now by Jed Kelly. Kelly off the boards, feeds it to Flagan again. The shot off the knee pad of Sully Broughton to the corner. Tough angle shot, saved by Lindbergh, and now kept in by the Prowlers again. Anderson, and a toe save by Griffin Lindbergh. As the Prowlers will flip it towards the net, it goes to the corner where Bauer Walter finds it. He's being harassed by Kelly, and that draws a penalty on the Prowlers for holding, as we'll get the Prowlers to touch it up. And anytime you get one hand off the stick and touch the opponent, that's going to alert the official, and that's what the official saw. Holding on the Prowlers, so the Lakers go on the power play.
Especially that top hand. He gets that top hand off that stick and kind of bear hugs you around and slows you up. And you know that's going to be one that the coach is going to talk to him about. That's a holding penalty in your offensive zone. You don't want to take that. You need to get on your hustle, take 2 steps up. He's battling with a sophomore defenseman down there. He's got to use his physical strength, cut off that skating room, and not get that upper hand on that and stay out of that penalty box, as Thief River was just trying to create a little juju down in their offensive zone.
So now 4 penalties in this hockey game, 2 by the Prowlers, 2 by the Lakers. 6:17 to go, first period. Lakers up 1-0. And a redirect by Pettit and a cover-up by Roth. And a stop here with 6:11 to go, first period. 1-0 Lakers.
I like that shot, good quick shot early in that power play, and then let's get some traffic to the front of the net, see what we can see what kind of strength that that Roth has in front of the net.
And talking with Coach Noah, he thought that, you know, when they were stymied those 2 games, it just didn't feel like they were getting enough traffic in front of the net, and so that's been a point of emphasis, especially on the power play. Will Cymbulik on the blue line gives it to Kennedy. Pettit battling in front as Kennedy's shot was blocked. Fights for possession back, but Anderson gets it. Anderson has Cymbulik to beat, and Cymbulik plays the body, poked away by Lindberg, and a stoppage here shorthanded. Prowlers with a good scoring chance shorthanded.
Nice opportunity, or nice defense by Cymbulik. He was getting turned inside out by Anderson. Boy, does he got some nice stick handling there, but and Cymbulik didn't get a big piece of it, but he didn't care about the puck. You know, one-on-ones like that, you can't take a look at the belly button and see where that thing's going, and he kept his eye on that, got just enough piece of that body to disrupt Anderson from getting free to the net.
Bauer, Walter, Lakers entered the zone. 35 seconds on the power play. Good rip there by Descharm, and a rebound chance there for Walter, but it's steered aside by the Prowlers and sent the length.
Weston Olsen posted up on that back door, and I'm not sure he saved a goal there, but it looked pretty ominous from up here.
Good scoring chance for the Lakers. Prowlers keep the score where it's at, 1-0. Favor of the Lakers. Lawson Justison to Descharm. 10 left on the power play. Rhett Walter, backdoor feed broken up and held in by the Lakers. Henry Olsen trying to sidestep a hit, and another penalty coming up on the Prowlers. And this is going to be a tripping penalty. The feet got tied up a bit, and Regala once again to the penalty box here with 4:32 left in the first period.
Well, Lakers have certainly had their opportunities to break this game open with these power plays, a back-to-back here, which is going to be which actually worked out great. Coach Noah had his second offense out there on that power play, so everybody's rested. You come right back to start this 2 minutes over with all the big wheels from the first power play.
So Lakers again on the power play, and right after the Prowlers killed off the penalty on Kelly, now it's Regala back in the box for the second time tonight, this time for tripping, slashing penalty earlier. As Pettit enters the zone, keeps possession. Pettit to Walter, Bauer Walter to Cymbulik. From the right circle down to Rhett Walter. Rhett over to Kennedy, one touch to Bauer. Bauer back to Kennedy on the left wing in the circle, takes a shot, hit the pipe, and the puck will ricochet out of the zone. And Anderson races for it, but the Lakers get back in time. But now a chance for the Prowlers to get loose, but the Lakers return the other way as Cymbulik, tough angle, trying to feed it in front. Rhett Walter unable to capture that puck, and now a penalty on the Lakers for slashing.
Walter let the frustration get the best from there. He took a little bump, and he's not very big in stature, so when you're off balance a little bit, these guys are going to take a little advantage of you and knock you down. You got to get up, be tougher than that. What you want to do is put that puck in the back of the net. So good two-hand whack to the back of the legs there. And
that is a slash. That's a two-hand slash.
That is the definition of. And wasn't hard for the referee to pick that one out, and that's going to be one that I see Coach Noah's over there right now giving him a little pep talk and reminding him that that's the kind of stuff we got to keep under our hat.
It's always the person that returns, the firing shot. Walter definitely got knocked down, but the retaliation was called as the Lakers 4-on-4, chance in front, Justison! Oh, missed the net. Had an open look. Henry Olsen fed it to Lawson Justison, but wrist shot sails over. Now a tie-up ensues in the corner. 32 seconds left on the Regala penalty. There'll be about a minute left of a power play once Regala exits the box. And that'll be on power play for the Prowlers. Olsen colliding with Weston Olsen. Henry Olsen for the Lakers. Weston Olsen for the Prowlers as Descharm in the slot into traffic, and a tougher save there for Roth than you might expect, just because it was in traffic, but
there's little traffic there, and I think he was fooled a little bit by it was a pretty quick release on that shot. Like, I don't think he thought he was going to shoot it, and then shoots right between his two defensemen, and
yeah,
I think I think it was good, a little timing there.
Yeah, good release by Ducharme.
You know, when you're coming into those slots, you don't want to let those goaltenders get set up. Good quick release is going to do better than a real hard shot. You want to get that good quick release, make him make a play.
Oh, a chance here for Anderson. He's been close a couple of times. He gloves it down, and now it's 5-on-4 hockey here for the Prowlers for 55 seconds. Down to 2:25 left in this first period. We're flying through it. Lakers leading 1-0. Prowlers looking for the equalizer late. Shot saved by Lindbergh. Shot taken by Beckham Johnson.
Surprising we're flying through with all these penalties, but the only whistles have been for penalties.
Time we've had a break. That's what we used to do. Take penalties just to get a little break, you know, rest up a little bit. As Beckham Johnson goes to the bench for a rest. The Prowlers, again, power play here for 40 seconds as the Prowlers unable to keep it in the zone. Retreat picked up by Brous, and his pass missed, and it's an icing against the Prowlers. We're on the power play here for another 27 seconds.
Yeah, they were a little discombobulated as they looks like they kind of have their seconds set out here. As there's been so many the special teams. Obviously, we've had far more special teams play than 5-on-5 tonight thus far. So looked like Thief River had a few players out there. A little choppy play at center ice there, and he tried a little bank pass, but just went too far.
6 penalties combined here in this first period. I think we played, you know, special teams more than actual 5-on-5 here tonight. The penalties have come at different times here as the Prowlers get in the offensive zone. Down to minute 38 left in the first period. And Detroit Lakes back at full strength. And Cymbaluk comes out on the ice for Rhett Walter as Cymbaluk slows the pace here at neutral ice, but the pass back to Pettit missed. And Pettit has to get back on his horse and get to that puck. Prowlers, meanwhile, will flip it off the boards and picked up now by Pettit in the corner of the defensive zone for Detroit Lakes. Hudson Pettit fends off a couple of stick whacks as Cymbaluk gets the pass from Pettit. Now Whitworth trying to feed it to Kennedy as Kennedy absorbs some contact, now drives to the net, but lost the handle of the puck, and the Prowlers will clear and ice the puck. Yes.
Boy, that's we got a young linesman down here. He put the hand up pretty early. Looked like Lakers had a real opportunity to play that puck and kind of just alligator armed it, made sure it went down for icing. But good smart play by it looked like that was number 17 there. Max Ducharme kind of pulled back, let that puck ice down, and that ends up 54 seconds left. The Lakers end up with an offensive zone faceoff.
As we get Cooper off, keeper for the Prowlers, fixing his equipment.
You know, he's as I mentioned earlier, he's a 3-year starter for this Prowler team, and you know, when you come into a game, he looks almost something's off. Like I was going to say, did he's wearing someone else's shin pads or wearing some other equipment or something? But I've been watching him and noticed him play. Noticed him last year, and tonight he just looks a little shaky, a little uncomfortable in that net tonight. Maybe it's just being on the road.
Bus legs. Coming up, we'll have our intermission report brought to you by U Motors. That's coming your way in just a moment. We'll go through stats and go through all the penalties. And 1 goal. Pettit goal score. Top line out there. Cymbaluk takes the draw.
Another penalty on Whitworth.
It's called for a cross check.
Not another on Whitworth. This is his first tonight. Another penalty for this. And, you know, there's been a lot of penalties called, and I can't necessarily disagree other than the one knock out of the stick slashing penalty, but the rest of we've recognized what they were before we put the player in the net.
Yeah. Whitworth goes to the box. 2-minute minor for, I believe it was cross-checking. I don't know. I didn't look.
If it wasn't, that's what.
If they like it was a two-hand.
It was definitely a cross-check. So whatever they made the call on, but it was a cross-check.
We got 47 seconds left here in the first period. It should be. No, they sent them both. Coincidentals.
there was some jockeying before the cross check, so they got the retaliation.
So we'll stay 5-on-5 actually. So Whitworth gets called for a cross check and then a rough afterwards. Simbulik had his stick knocked out of his hands. The officials missed that. Play continues here. Again, it's a bit of a rivalry matchup. These two teams, the kids know each other too, of course, with all the different summer hockey and camps and whatnot. But definitely living up to that. A lot of physicality and a lot of penalties here tonight as the Prowlers in the defensive zone. Simbulik down to 9 seconds left. Kennedy shot! Oh, missed! Rebound here for Walter, but the net is loose.
It's interesting that you talk about the rivalry and with Thief River, and you don't think about it all the way back in youth because they're in the other district. We're District 15, they're 16, but they combine for the VFW and things. So I don't even know if that Bantam tournament still goes on, but you play against each other a lot in different situations and different tournaments and things. And as they talked about in the interview with the 4-5 seed and the 3-4 seed in that rivalry, it's been generated for many, many years. The Lakers and Prowlers have been a good rivalry, and we're seeing it tonight as that physical game's coming out. A few penalties scored to disrupt our momentum, but other than that, nice, good pace of hockey.
Yeah, fun game, fun period of play, despite all the penalties. But Lakers lead here after one period of play. Our score 1-0 on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard. Detroit Lakes leading Thief River Falls. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our intermission report as we'll go through the penalties and also take a look at the goals in that first period as our intermission report will begin right after this 4-minute break here on KDLM and also streaming on YouTube at Lakes TV 3.
Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here from Strive Chiropractic. Say, you may have heard that we take a very different approach when it comes to chiropractic care and health care in general, and that's because we focus on the overall health of the body, looking at how everyday stress affects our nervous system. Your nervous system controls and regulates everything in your body, and chiropractic care at Strive can make a huge difference in your child's school year, their performance, their health, and their overall well-being. Call today to get your family on the road to feeling and functioning their best.
Saving energy and money go hand in hand, and Detroit Lakes Public Utilities is here to help you do both. Their Bright Energy Solutions program offers cash rebates on energy-efficient products that can help make your home more comfortable, reduce energy costs, and protect the environment, all while saving you money. From Energy Star appliance upgrades to advanced heating and cooling systems, there's plenty of opportunities to make a meaningful change in 2025. Learn all the ways you can save this year by contacting Detroit Lakes Public Utilities or visit BrightEnergySolutions.com.
When the snow flies, your golf game doesn't have to go into hibernation. Swing into the 19th hole simulator at Forest Hills Resort, your warm, cozy escape all holiday season long. Keep your swing sharp on some of the best courses in the country, all without leaving town. Bring friends, hang out over holiday breaks, and make it a tradition. And grab Black Diamond at Forest Hills Christmas gift cards, the perfect gift for the golfer in your life. So tee up good times this winter at the Forest Hills Resort 19th hole simulator.
Welcome to Muscatel GMC in Detroit Lakes. Ask about rebates and incentives available now. GMC, dedicated to American ingenuity. Looking for roomy comfort and convenience? Designed for serious capability. Muscatel's built on trust.
Ready to crush your fitness goals? Snap Fitness Detroit Lakes has your back with 24/7 access, high-quality strength and cardio equipment, top-tier functional training, and a supportive community. And don't miss their group classes led by Coach Carly. She brings the motivation you need to every workout. Join him at 1315 Highway 10 West or call 218-844-3822. That's 844-3822. Call today. Snap Fitness Detroit Lakes. Move your body, fuel your mood. A proud supporter of Laker Athletics.
Looking for trusted appliances with hometown service? D&D Repair and Appliance is your full-service family-owned appliance store, proudly serving the Lakes region for over 35 years. They carry KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, brands you know and trust. Plus, they offer delivery and installation so you can shop local and get it delivered right to your home. Visit them at 1050 Highway 59 South, because when you choose D&D Repair and Appliance, now you're talking value.
Life isn't perfect, but that doesn't mean we can't make it better for the people we care about. At Weber Family Motors, that's our family and our team, and also the customers who have been shopping with us since 2007. That's why we've made our Pro-Certified Unlimited Mile program complimentary for every eligible new and pre-owned vehicle. So you get one less thing to worry about. Visit our showroom on Highway 10 West next to Menards, or browse online at WeberFamilyMotors.com. Weber Pro Certified. Drive home.
Checking in with Jim at J&K Marine. Jim, tell me about this no-hassle membership I've been hearing about.
Well, Joel, it's the easiest way to take care of your boat. One membership, and J&K Marine handles all service calls, pickups, deliveries, winterization, storage, and even oil changes.
So I don't have to mess with any of that stuff.
Exactly. Plus, members get 20% off parts and accessories. It's customer service simplified.
Sounds like working with the pros.
That's J&K Marine, where you need us, when you need us.
Call today and make lake life hassle-free.
And welcome back here to the Ken Freeman Arena. It's our U Motors intermission report. After one period of play, the Lakers lead the Thief River Falls Prowlers 1-0. A lone goal in that first period was scored with 14:22 left in the first period. It was Hudson Pettit with the goal. Will Simbulik and Easton Kennedy with the assists on that Pettit goal. And then we had just a mess of penalties. Sully Broughton was called for tripping. The Lakers had a scoring chance on that shorthanded opportunity. There was a 2-on-1. Jonathan Regala was called for a slashing penalty. Will Simbulik called for a holding. Jed Kelly for the Prowlers called for a holding. Regala called for a tripping again, and then it was Rhett Walter for slashing for the Lakers. And then we had coincidental minors. Carter Whitworth was called for one of those coincidental minors for the Lakers, and so he'll still be serving some penalty time once the second period begins. Shots in favor of the Lakers, 16-8. After one period of play. And, for the most part, it's hard to really, assess that first period match just because it was, there were so many different penalties. But it was good pace and back and forth action for both sides.
And I think we got to see that pace continue and keep up. When you see all those penalties on the score sheet, you're going to go, oh, must have been sloppy, must not have the pace, really affected the flow of that game. Well, a lot of those penalties overlapped with each other, so we did see a lot of flow, a lot of nice flow when they were 5-on-5. So, like I said, we got a ton of penalties, but a lot of them overlapped, so it was 4-on-4 instead of 5-on-4, which allowed that pace of the game and that flow to keep going. That's something we didn't see, that I didn't see against Central in that first game, on a team that we were expecting to see them flying up and down the ice. Nice skilled hockey team out of Central that came into the barn, but. And I just didn't see the speed of the game, and I gave it the okay because it's the first game, they're feeling it all a little bit. But tonight we're seeing some speed, we're seeing a nice pace, nice high school hockey pace.
Really been impressed with Will Simbulik in that first period. He controlled a lot of the play and also was part of that goal for Hudson Pettit.
Yeah, and he's been the only one thing that I saw him hesitate a couple times coming into the zone where he wasn't, but then he sacrifices his body in the D zone, and then he picks up the penalty. So he's there's a kind of a happy medium, but the jump is there. I like to see it. I'd like to see Whitworth back in the lineup. The deal at the end there with the coincidentals, so be it. But got to get him back in the flow of the lineup. As I said, he made that nice play to spring the Lakers down on the opening, and he's a good physical player. But the physicality's up tonight. There's some good hits, good clean hockey. Unfortunately, some of these penalties have been called with the stick work and some of those things. But Simbulik has definitely been leading the charge for this Laker team so far tonight. So he's got to get that rest of that lineup to join in, get that jump going, and start to get a little juju running in that first line, because this is the first time we've seen this group back together. We've seen them play before, but this is the first time we've seen them this year because of that Whitworth injury early in the season.
1-0 our score on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard. Our U Motors Intermission Report will continue. We'll have our Sales Up Spotlight where we're highlighting folks that are rising up and inspiring others across all areas of school life. We'll have that coming up as our U Motors Intermission Report continues right here on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Lakes TV3. And also our friends that are listening in Thief River Falls on KKAQ. We'll be back in 3 minutes with more of our U Motors Intermission Report.
When the snow flies, your golf game doesn't have to go into hibernation. Swing into the 19th hole simulator at Forest Hills Resort, your warm, cozy escape all holiday season long. Keep your swing sharp on some of the best courses in the country, all without leaving town. Bring friends, hang out over holiday breaks, and make it a tradition. And grab Black Diamond at Forest Hills Christmas gift cards, the perfect gift for the golfer in your life. So tee up good times this winter at the Forest Hills Resort 19th hole simulator.
Detroit Lakes High School is giving students new opportunities to get out of class and get hands-on learning and experience. The Youth Skills Training Program at DLHS encourages, promotes, and supports the development of local partnerships between schools, employers, and community organizations. Students can choose from plant science and greenhouse management, advanced manufacturing, and the Certified Nursing Assistant Program. For more information, call Vern Schnathorst, 218-849-6110. Academies of Detroit Lakes. My future, my course.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $450 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $450 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through January 31st, 2026.
U Motors Detroit Lakes, Pelican, and Fargo have been helping families make memories for years now. From the water toys to land toys, they've got every inch of fun covered. Pontoons, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, riding gear, snowmobiles, and more. U Motors knows there's been many smiles and lots of laughter from the days on the water to the miles of trails in the snow. Stop by any of their locations, Detroit Lakes, Pelican, or Fargo, and let U Motors help you find just what your family needs. Online at umotorsinc.com.
The King is calling. Burger King of Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids is hiring for all shifts now. Whether you're looking for some supplemental income or a career opportunity, Burger King offers starting wages up to $15 an hour, and health insurance is available for full-time employees. Plus, paid training with advancement opportunities, flexible hours, free uniforms, and meal discounts. Starting up to $15 an hour, The King is calling. Burger King, Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids.
Jeff's Muffler and Auto Repair on 8th Street in Detroit Lakes is your all-around auto repair. Jeff services fifth wheel hitches, 4 and 5-inch diesel exhausts, gooseneck hitches, brakes, shocks and struts, custom dual exhausts, and mufflers. Jeff's work is fully guaranteed and is now a 3-family member business. Call for an appointment today, 846-9318. Jeff's Muffler and Auto Repair in Detroit Lakes, 846-9318.
And welcome back here to the Ken Freeman Arena. Charlie Newland broadcasting to you alongside Matt Wimmer and our TV3 crew of Ryland Mills and Raina Zima as we get to a new segment in our intermission. It's brought to you by Detroit Lakes School Sales Up Spotlight. We're highlighting students that rise to the top and inspire others across all areas of school life. And let's meet this week's Sales Up Spotlight. Lakers Unite Unified Club is this week's Sales Up Spotlight, and this group of students is led by Callie Harrier and a student leadership team at Detroit Lakes High School. Lakers Unite is an exciting program which combines students with and without intellectual disabilities to develop meaningful relationships, help spread acceptance, and ensure everyone feels included and welcome in their school. This group organizes several activities throughout the year to bring students together. Comments about what this group has accomplished. Quote, "This group has been one of the most impactful things that has happened in our school in the 35 plus years that I've been involved in education. This group has transformed the way all of our students interact with each other." And that's our Sales Up Spotlight, celebrating Lakers riding the waves of excellence. Brought to you by Detroit Lakes Schools. It's the Lakers Unite Unified Club. Standout students leading the way through hard work and heart. And if you know somebody that you want to have highlighted for our Sales Up Spotlight program, go to lakestv3.com, click on the Sales Up Spotlight picture, and there's information there where you can fill out the name of the organization being nominated and accomplishments of that organization or student, and then comments, and we'll read those during intermissions or half times here on our KLM Sports broadcast. Also, there's a spot where you can drop in pictures as well. Very easy. Go to lakestv3.com to fill that out for Sales Up Spotlight. U-Motors intermission report. The Zamboni has left, and we'll be ready for second period of action. Looks like the teams are making their way out. We'll take a quick 2-minute break, and we'll be back with second period action here on KLM and streaming on YouTube at Lakes TV3.
TV3 is your home for great local programming. We give a voice to our local communities. You can watch on Arvik Cable, on our website, YouTube, and Facebook page.
Layton Media offers a radio corral of 26 stations, including Real Country 102, Wave 1041, Today's Best Music, Lakes 99.5, Classic Hits, KJ Country 96.5, and KDLM. Follow on social media and stream your favorite Layton Media radio station wherever you are with the Lakes Area Radio app.
Good luck to our Lakers from everyone at West River Dental. When you visit West River Dental, your smile is their top priority. Their dentist, Dr. John Jordan, along with their entire team, is dedicated to their patients' comfort and well-being. Building a foundation of trust is vital to their success. It's their goal to provide exceptional dental care through individualized service and education for each patient. At West River Dental, they utilize the most advanced dental technology and procedures to ensure a positive dental experience. Good luck, Lakers, from West River Dental.
Hey Lakers fans, our community is lucky to have athletes that display such great teamwork, dedication, and work ethic. At SJE, we look for these same qualities as we build our team and grow our business. We're always looking for passionate team players. If that sounds like a fit for you, consider joining our team today. With multiple open positions and flexible hours, you're sure to find a spot on our roster. Join today by applying at sje.com/careers. For 50 years, we have been proud to be SJE. And good luck, Lakers!
Principal Mortgage Group Incorporated, number 194185, a locally owned mortgage broker committed to providing clients with excellent customer service combined with competitive mortgage rates. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, purchasing or building your dream home, refinancing an outstanding mortgage, consolidating debt, our highly experienced team of mortgage professionals can help make your dreams come true. Contact Craig, NMLS number 195006, Rob, NMLS number 320509, or Julia, NMLS 537109 at 844-7466.
It's Section 8A boys hockey here tonight. Detroit Lakes hosting Thief River Falls. Glad to have you along as we get the second period underway. The Prowlers win the draw. Back 5-on-5 hockey here. Whitworth still serving the remainder of that Quinn Central minor as the Lakers ice the puck. And we'll have a face-off in the defensive zone here for the Lakers to the left of Griffin Lindberg, who just a steady Eddie, Matt. I mean, he's a guy that he can take over a game, and he's just somebody you can rely on, to make those routine saves as well.
Well, we saw that there was proof was in the pudding last year in that first-round game against East Grand Forks in East Grand Forks. Bunch of big saves out of Griffin, and like I said at the beginning, when he can come out and get those heels on the crease and make those good, confident saves early, if he gets confident and can ride that wave in, as long as he gets some steady defense by the Lakers, and as of right now, they've been moving the puck so nice that they haven't had to play a lot of defense, and the saves he's had to make have been fairly easy.
Turnover at neutral ice. Regala gets it for the Prowlers. Back to Flagan. Cross-ice pass. Regala taps it into the Lakers zone where Bauer Walter will pick it up. And 1-0 our score. If you're just tuning in, Hudson Pettit with the lone goal for Detroit Lakes. As the Lakers play it back to the blue line. Shot from the blue line by Rhett Walter. Kicked to the corner. Now the Prowlers play it ahead. This is Beckham Johnson. Cross corner dump in. Collision Walter on the receiving end. That's Rhett Walter on the receiving end of a check as Will Simbulik enters the offensive zone, takes it wide right wing, trying to go to Kennedy. Pass was behind, gloved by the Prowlers, held in by Kennedy, backhanded to Simbulik from the right half wall, shot missed. Kept in by Descharm as the Lakers will pinch and apply forecheck pressure. Out of the corner, Prowlers off the boards and out of the zone and all the way down. No, they say it was touched, so no icing here. As the Prowlers will get to it first. This is Radnecki. Prowlers backhand save there by Lindberg. Now a shot. This is the target off the corner glass. Blocked by Descharm. Played forward by Kennedy. Over the blue line, Kennedy. Backhand pass, Simbulik. Simbulik looking to cycle. Outlets it off the boards and out of the zone. Pettit couldn't catch up to it. Puck will go all the way down as it's played by Lindberg onto the stick of Walter. Bauer Walter plays it up to Simbulik. And played forward by Walter. Good pressure. Prowlers will retreat. Anderson will play it off the end boards. Near side wall. Simbulik comes away with it. Simbulik drives to the net, and it's loose in front for Henry Olsen, but negated there by the Prowlers. Good scoring chance, though, by Will Simbulik. Meanwhile, poked away by Lindberg to the corner as the Prowlers get it in the offensive zone. Shot from distance. We get another penalty here, and it's going to be another penalty on the Lakers. So delayed call on the Lakers. Prowlers get an extra attacker out. Shot taken, saved by Lindberg. This is going to be a tripping penalty on Detroit Lakes. Henry Olsen gets called for the trip.
I think that's going to be Hank Slaughterhoff is going into the sin bin there for little stick work. It was one of those kind of like the early one. There wasn't a lot there, but enough to trip up the player and again reaching a little bit.
There was that scoring chance by Simbulik, but like the way Roth came out and didn't sit back in his, as you mentioned a lot, is coming out and forcing the hand of the opponent.
Yeah, you want to make the shooter make that play and snap it off. And if you can get yourself in a ready position and cut off those angles, you really don't give the shooter a lot of room to shoot when you can come out and make your body big and when he looks up, he doesn't see anything but a blue jersey from post to post because Roth was so far out of the net.
Prowlers offensive zone. Anderson, good play there by, Pettit, and you've mentioned this a couple of times tonight, Matt. It doesn't need to be a big hit. Just get in the way of the opponent, and that's where we saw Pettit disrupting.
And especially with a player like Anderson, as you mentioned before, committed to Miami of Ohio. He's a nice, fluent player. He's got a long reach. He's got some height to him. You just need to knock him off stride so you can slow him up enough that you can get some back checkers there to help you out. Because you come down one-on-one, as we saw the stick work, it's really nifty. And if he can get around you, get your step on you, and before your back checkers can come back for help, it's going to spell trouble defensively for the Lakers.
Prowlers still looking for their first goal of the night. They have a power play. Good physicality again by Pettit. And a breakup by Henry Olsen gets it out to neutral ice. Down to 40 seconds on the power play for Thief River.
Pettit got a kind of a paw up a little higher on Anderson there, but there was no way for the referee to see. It's a good, smart play by Pettit to reach in there a little bit, slow him up, and Anderson came off the ice pretty frustrated after that shift when he had a couple of chances that I think in his mind was thinking he was going to be able to get sprung or get a good goal-scoring opportunity, and each time there was a little bump or a little grab just to slow him up.
Tie up ensues in the corner. Pettit comes away from the scrum. And he'll skate it ahead, and that'll pretty much do it for the power play for the Prowlers. So good kill by the Lakers. As Pettit, big part of that penalty kill, sit in the offensive zone. Tie up in the corner. Henry Olsen digging for it. Prowlers will come away with it. And Beckham Johnson will play it forward for Thief River. Johnson, he's a big kid. He's only a freshman. It's scary. He's probably still got some growing to do as well. Number 9 for Thief River as the Lakers come away with it. Cross-ice pass broken up by Regala at neutral ice. And the Lakers will come away with the puck at neutral ice. Kennedy evades a check, and it's played in by Rhett Walter. 11:21 to go, second period, 1-0 Detroit Lakes. Thief River feeling the pressure at neutral ice by the Lakers, but a nice pass. Springs Anderson, who got it to Regala. Back to Anderson behind the net. Fends off Descharm in his skates, still with possession. Nice job by Descharm then to take him out, but Regala's there to pick up that loose puck. Give it back to Anderson near corner. And once again, Descharme applies some pressure. Oh, and they're going to call a penalty on, I believe, Descharme here. Well, let's see what it is. Now it's an interference penalty, and it's going to be on Kennedy, I believe. Let's see. Let's see the replay on this. I don't see much.
There's that in front of the net. There's a good cross-check there, and then behind the net, but I don't see any. I guess
it was Kennedy that was on the receiving end of that.
That's why I saw it, too, so I'm not sure what they're.
Okay. So Easton Kennedy to the box for interference.
I really gave those officials the benefit of the doubt on that first period because there was a lot of things that we identified, but this period, the ones that have been called, I'm not seeing that it's anything egregious. Let them play a little bit here. Let the flow get going. You made your stand in the first period that, hey, this is how we're going to call it. So the one thing I will say, they're consistent. They're calling what they're calling, but this period, I'm not seeing the same thing that I saw in that first period.
And you can kind of understand, set the tone because you know it's going to be a physical game, a lot on the line, Section 8 game, but questionable here as the Lakers. Henry Olsen gets it out to all the way down, and he's a nice penalty killer, number 6 for Detroit Lakes, Henry Olsen. As the Prowlers will lose it at the blue line to Olsen and played it to the corner.
It's nice when you can get some of those underclassmen in. I know he's a junior, but we've got quite a few seniors on this lineup. When you can get some of those other players into that lineup, the second liners, things that can use that time to get them ice time. And when you know you got them and they work hard like that, it's a good spot to fit some of those guys in and find them time on the ice.
Lakers putting a lot of pressure on here on this penalty kill. They're contesting behind the net. Now back to the blue line. Anderson low on the ice. Rebound chance, Lindberg! And another chance. Backdoor Regala was open, but swing and a miss.
And another penalty.
Another penalty here, this time on Olsen as Lindberg glove saves it. And Griffin Lindberg, your best penalty killer, shows why there. And Olsen, good chances.
Olsen frustrated with the call there, but he, again, had his hand off his stick and slowed him up. There's not a lot you can do. But Griffin Lindberg standing in there, boy, Regala had a great opportunity on that far side.
And that one, you're right, Matt. It was a similar call that we saw earlier. That was warranted where you free hand touches the player, and it's almost instant holding.
It's warranted in their eyes of the officials, and if they're going to keep it going like that, then, hey, you got to coach. It's like calling that low outside that is probably a ball, but you called it in the first inning, so you got to call it every inning, and if they're going to call that, they can call it and be consistent with it. But it's really frustrating as a coach when you see those things, and they're in a game like this. I consider that a rinky-dink call. Let them play a little bit. Let that physicality get up. Let that pace get going.
11 penalties combined between these two teams here as the Lakers go 5-on-3 for another 22 seconds here. So Prowlers, it's their chance as they've gotten the shots closer now, 17-16. They're outshot 16-8 in the first period, but now here in the second period, shots starting to pile up, and Lindberg has to do quite a bit here, especially 5-on-3 as a chance for the Prowlers trying to go top shelf, but the shot missed by Browse. Now the Lakers will get one player back. Kennedy comes out on the ice from the penalty box as 5-on-4 now for 58 seconds. Good pressure here by Detroit Lakes, and it's shoveled out of the zone by Rhett Walter, a freshman. Prowler goalie Roth comes out and plays that puck. And Lakers try to go for a line change. Spencer Anderson, meanwhile, lost it in the corner. Gets it back, though. Good pressure by Pettit. It's been a thorn in Anderson's side tonight. They exchange in the corner. Anderson gets it back behind the net. Out of the near side boards for Hudson Hall. Hall pressured by Walter. Cymbaluk steals. He takes a big hit. And a shot taken. Saved by Lindberg. Browse with that shot. 15 seconds left on the man advantage here for Thief River. A shot, missed the net. That's Jed Kelly. Ripped it wide. And that's going to do it for the power play here for Thief River as the puck comes loose, and it's a chance for Kennedy. Kennedy with a breakaway. Easton Kennedy shoots, and a save by Roth. Got the goaltender to slide, but good play by Roth to slide into that puck and make the save.
The Lakers, that's all that was sprung because as you talked about earlier, good aggressive power play by this Laker team. And we've talked about it for years and years. I coached it. That's what you want to do in high school hockey. You want to put heavy pressure on those guys when they're on the sideboards and keeping that puck to the perimeter. Make them make errors.
Here's that breakaway by Easton Kennedy. Had a defender getting back in the play. Good back check there by the Prowler defender and really stop anything from that left post.
And I like Kennedy's move there. How many times have we called Easton Kennedy and from the forehand backhand, right? This time backhand to forehand so he gets some mustard on that shot. Just an excellent save by Roth. Whoa!
Another save by Roth as a little highlight reel save. Got points, extra points there for
that looked like the old Pat Marioka kick save into the glove there. Name from the past, just kicked it up into his glove there for another face-off.
That's old school there. 7:20 left here in the second period. Lakers with a power play. It was a holding penalty on Spencer Anderson. And so the Lakers on the power play. And much like in the first period, we've not much 5-on-5 play. So face-off to the left of Roth. Simlik will take the draw. Right-handed draw, trying to win it back, but now he's kicked from the draw, so lefty Kennedy will take the draw, and they drop it quick, and it's won by the Prowlers. As it's a tie up in the corner now. Lakers in the offensive zone trying to add on to their lead. They're up 1-0, 7 minutes left here in the second period. As Walter takes a shot, nice block by Hudson Browse. He'll send it the length of the ice. Lindbergh out of his net, fields it, and leaves it here for Simblick. We'll leave it for Easton Kennedy, who will begin the charge here for the Lakers. Kennedy, Pettit, Simblick, Bauer, Walter, and Rhett Walter, the five for the Lakers, as Kennedy lost his footing there, lost the puck, but it's picked back up by the Lakers. And then it's lost there by Simblick, poked ahead by Walter, and kept in the offensive zone. Pressure by Pettit in the corner. We'll get it back to the blue line. Easton Kennedy with it. Now right side. Simblick trying to feed it back door for Pettit, but couldn't connect. As Pettit lost the tire there and kept in play by Walter. Pettit in the corner. Cross ice. Trying to find Simblick. Lakers unable to hold it in. It's offsides here with 6:01 to go. And then in a frustrated whack that could have been a penalty as well. As could have been delay a game, but the referee's just going to talk to Walter and say, don't do that again. And the Lakers still have a power play here for 35 seconds.
And continue to talk to him. You just want to let him know, hey, I saw you were frustrated, but it was the right call, so you didn't get it done. These guys came over from North Dakota, so we got to cut them a little slack, Charlie.
No Section 8 officials, but no, just kidding. They're doing a good job keeping things tight, and like you said, I mean, if they're going to continue to be consistent, then
we can't complain. We can't complain about it. Well, I will say this: with some Section 8 officials, there definitely wouldn't have been as many penalties called. We know that.
Puck bounces over to Sharm's stick out to neutral ice. It's picked up here by Hank Schlotteroff. To Justison, dumped in. Henry Olsen out there. The Prowlers back at full strength, so another penalty that's been killed off. And I mean, we've had so many penalties here tonight, but we have yet to see a power play goal.
Well, it's been good tight checking on those penalty kills on both sides of the rink, so it hasn't opened up a lot. They've had I would say the Lakers have had the better of the offensive opportunities while they were on the power play.
A tie up in the corner. Prowlers will come away from that with the puck. As Weston Olsen plays it off the glass. Puck loose at neutral. Spencer Anderson had it for a moment, kind of hopped over his stick, and then he had to recollect and play it back to the blue line. Now it's dumped in on goal. Lindbergh not taking chances. Will smother the puck, and we'll get a stop with 4:35 left in the second. 1-0 Lakers.
Good smart play by Griffin Lindbergh there. You know, there's never a point to take a chance on that. You've got your third set out there, I think, and so to try to fire a puck up and create some big offense there, that's a real low percentage play. Game scores 1-0. Shots are tied up now with 4 minutes left in the second. Cover that puck up. We let our players, let us get a line change, get some fresh legs out there, and we'll regroup with a defensive zone face-off.
Prowlers were trying to sneak Spencer Anderson out there. The Lakers have their third line, but the Lakers do get the last change. Prowlers trying to get Anderson back out there as soon as the puck is dropped.
I'd be sneaking Anderson out there every shift too.
Actually, it'll be number 7 here. Shot taken. That's Hudson Browse. He's the senior captain defenseman.
You know, we haven't mentioned his name tonight, but he moves around the right rink real nice. He's a little slender, but he's got some skill, and he's going to become a factor in this game at some point.
Kept in here by Bauer Walter. Lakers were able to clear it out. Beckham Johnson tried to soccer kick that puck out of the zone. It does go to the near side boards in front of the penalty boxes where it's picked up by the Lakers. Cross ice pass by Pettit. Not connect, and it's icing against the Lakers. Defensive zone draw with 3:59 left in the second. 1-0 Lakers leading. Shots equal at 19. And a lot on the line here for this game as you look at least in the history, it's usually the Prowlers, Lakers trying for that 3-4 seed. Last year, the Prowlers ended up losing to Red Lake Falls, so they ended up dropping to the 5 seed. And
which I don't recall the last time that a Prowler team went there.
There's a chance here for the Lakers. Oh, a save by Roth! Highlight reel save for the senior goaltender Cooper Roth.
You know, it was, and I'm not taking anything away from the save, but the way that drive came in, it was kind of telegraphed, and he actually cheated a little bit over to make that save. He knew he was going to pass that over. He had a good feeling, a little goaltender intuition. That's the knowledge that you gain when you've got a 3-year starter in your net there, and he came across, cheated that a little bit, and made an excellent toe save to knock that to keep this game at 1.
Another chance here. Kennedy shot it off the side of the net, and the net comes loose, and the Lakers looking for a penalty here because they thought that the goaltender did intentionally do it. Here, let's take a look at that replay as the Lakers, Easton Kennedy with another good scoring chance.
I really like the early pass as they come into the zone instead of holding on to it, because then you have the opportunity for the pass back. But again, that second pass back, there was a little telegraph there, but that's, again, that telegraph didn't affect it as much as the goaltender intuition, a guy that's had a lot of games under his belt.
Flashy goaltender for the Thief River Falls Prowlers, done a nice job here tonight. Cooper Roth, 19 saves on 20 shots.
I really do like that early pass when you come in on that 2-on-1. It opens up so many options, so it's nice to see those guys getting in the habit of that. We've seen it 2 or 3 times tonight.
Here the Prowlers with numbers the other way. Shot misses the net. We've seen that a lot tonight from Thief River. They've just had a tough time. Shots on goal. Had a number of shots, but just not a lot in the shots on goal department here as the Lakers will get it out. This is Hudson Pettit taking it himself from the defense position. Up as a forward now as he'll bring it wide side. Now it's played to the corner for Brody Bender. He lost it. Played off the glass by Anderson. And out to neutral ice where Pettit will dump it back in. Lakers will get a change forwards.
You know, one thing I noticed is Thief team, and I'm not taking anything away from the kids out there working hard, and because the pace of this game is up, but they're not as deep of a Thief team as we see skill-wise, but they're coming out, they're working hard, and that's what's keeping them in this game tonight.
Loose in the slot, picked up now by the Lakers. Rhett Walter shot was blocked by Jed Kelly, and he'll send it the length. This should be icing, and it is. Kelly did not get over the center line, so it's icing on the Prowlers. And we'll have an offensive zone draw for the Lakers.
You know what I'm saying there as a group as a whole, you know, I'm used to seeing it. We've got a sprinkling of skill players all the way through that Thief River lineup. And we've got, Anderson and Browse there, and they got them split up on 2 different lines. I would think if this game stays this tight, you might see those guys get put together for some offense. But
But in all reality, man, I mean, in Class A hockey, all you really need is 2 really good top lines, good goalie, and you can do some damage.
And you hit the nail on the head with 2 good lines, not 2 good players, 2 good lines. You got to have that depth. And you got to have a third line that can get out there and spell those other guys, even if it's 30 seconds at a crack and 4 shifts a period. So they're only, you're maybe only playing 6 minutes of the game, but that's a big deal in high school hockey, especially if you got 2 high-powered lines.
Icing on the Prowlers, and we'll have another offensive zone draw. Lakers will keep that top line out, looks like. Bring in Hudson Pettit to join the top line along with Bauer Walter.
That's for guys out there that are trying to make teams or coming up from the youth level and trying to make varsity hockey teams. If you're, especially a sophomore or something that just wants to find a spot in the lineup, that's what you're trying to do. Coach, I just want 5-6 minutes of this game, and I'm going to go out there, I'm going to work real hard, and I'm going to make sure that those skilled players, those guys that I know are better than me, are getting out there, they're getting rested, and that's going to help our team win. That's the attitude to have to come in. Like I said, 5-6 minutes is all that third line really needs to play in Class A high school hockey.
Minute 20 left here in the second period. Top line versus top line. Simbulik taking the draw for the Lakers. Trying to tap it forward on the draw. Caught it in his skates, and it's iced again here by the Prowlers, and we'll do it again with a minute 13 left here in the second. Are we going to get a penalty here, Matt? We got a penalty on Carter Whitworth.
Boy, I don't know where that came
talking,
from. Roughing?
Oh, roughing. Man. Carter Whitworth to the box for the second time tonight.
Again, I'm having trouble seeing a couple of these. First period, like I said, the only one I didn't like was the slash, but I could kind of justify or see those penalties. But this period, I'm failing to see where the penalties needed to be called.
So roughing the call on Whitworth. And we get a save here by Lindbergh as the Prowlers go on the man advantage again here.
Well, on right side, Coach Noah can cross off special teams practice. We can work on something else next week.
Seven Laker penalties in this hockey game. Yeah, that's they've done a nice job tonight. But yeah. Here's a chance for Kennedy trying to spring himself loose. Kennedy with one man to beat. Kennedy takes it himself. Oh, he missed off the side of the net as the net came loose as well.
That was Brous into the net there as he took a really nice angle at Kennedy, forcing him to the outside.
That's that speed, Matt.
He did get a good jump on him as they turned past, and Brous kind of went down as they were going past him, and then that forced him into the net.
So the Lakers with another shorthanded opportunity as the Lakers are players short for a minute 42. Again, Carter Whitworth called for roughing. Kennedy almost had a shorty. Prowlers offensive zone. They did get it in. Here's a blocked shot. Prowler fans looking for a penalty at the end. Oh, they have Kennedy wide open. It's a breakaway again for Easton Kennedy. Kennedy, forehand, backhand, and a save again by Roth.
And that's one that if you're the captain of the team and the guy they're relying on, you got to stuff that one in the back of the net. He was all alone from the blue line in. He even had a chance to glance over his shoulder to see if he had any back checkers coming, and nothing there. Had a great opportunity, but Roth again standing tall, not allow. He's not moving with Kennedy. Kennedy's not making him move. He just backs himself in and takes that play, kind of like a little shock absorber, and just makes that play as he's drifting back into the net. That's excellent goaltending and great awareness by that Laker penalty kill to find Kennedy drifting out there.
And with that aggressive play, the Deeks, they're not working what we saw work in that first period. Pettit, beating with just a good quick wrist shot, quick release.
And I think when you come in all alone like that, we see it a lot you see it a lot in the NHL, right, Charlie? Those guys come down, and unless you're Pavel Datsyuk and have a guarantee that we know we're going to stuff this thing in, a lot of those guys are shooting at those goalies and shooting early, some of them now.
He's a good goalie as we get stoppage here. As we have a Prowler player tying his skate with 19 seconds left here in the second period. 1:06 left in the power play, so if the Prowlers are unable to score here in the next 19 seconds, we'll have carryover penalty time. Lakers have a number of scoring chances here shorthanded. Yeah, Cooper Roth, he is going to haunt the nightmares of Easton Kennedy tonight. As the Prowlers get it in the offensive zone. Final 8 seconds left here in the second period. They trail 1-0. Shoveled out there by Walter, knocked down by the Prowlers. At the buzzer, a chance for Anderson, but saved by Lindbergh, and that's the conclusion of the second period. 1-0 our score. Detroit Lakes leads on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard after 2 periods of play. There's that look right at the end of the period. Good chance for Spencer Anderson. Got a nice feed, but couldn't send it home. And that's where we end the second period. 1-0 our score. Detroit Lakes leads Thief River after 2 periods of play. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our second period U Motors intermission report right after this here on KDLM. Also streaming on YouTube at Lakes TV3 and also on Thief River Falls Radio at KKAQ. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
Looking for trusted appliances with hometown service? D&D Repair and Appliance is your full-service, family-owned appliance store, proudly serving the Lakes region for over 35 years. They carry KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, brands you know and trust. Plus, they offer delivery and installation so you can shop local and get it delivered right to your home. Visit them at 1050 Highway 59 South, because when you choose D&D Repair and Appliance, now you're talking value.
Come check out the Boys and Girls Thrift Store and more of Detroit Lakes. They've got the largest selection of thrift family apparel in the upper Midwest, all at low everyday prices. The B&G Thrift Store and more has been voted the best thrift discount store in the Lakes area. From truckload sales to outdoor living furniture to thrift items, they cover everything you could possibly want. Shop Monday through Saturday 9 a.m. to 7, Sundays 10 a.m. to 5. The Boys and Girls Thrift Store and more is a proud supporter of all Laker athletics.
Looking for health care that keeps you feeling your best? At Essentia Health, our team of primary care providers is here to listen and guide you on your path to wellness. From routine checkups and preventative screenings to managing chronic conditions, we've got you covered. With a focus on building relationships, we take the time to understand your unique health concerns. Visit our website at essentiahealth.org to schedule your appointment.
Roll-off containers from Haug Incorporated are perfect for any project. Don't let your project become bigger than you thought it'd be. Maybe you're in need of Haug's roll-off containers for your construction projects. Haug significantly reduces disposal costs often made by big, bulky trailers while doing the dirty job of taking the debris away for you. The big roll-off containers will handle your demolition, no problem. Call Haug Incorporated today for your roll-off containers. 218-847-7391.
Although it doesn't seem like it, the dog days of summer are fading. And while you're warm and toasty now, you will soon be chilled to the bone. Hey there, Scott Wenner here from Laney's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. And we don't want you to miss out on your furnace tune-up. The sooner you schedule your check-in service, the bigger the savings. Please call Laney's today, 218-847-1309. That's 218-847-1309. Or check us out on Facebook for our check-in service coupon. Thank you.
John here from Channy's 2 in Detroit Lakes, your trusted local auto shop for over 50 years. As the Lakers hit their athletic season, making sure your car is ready is a must. The Channy's 2 team is here to keep your vehicle performing at its best with honest, affordable, and reliable service. If you're heading to the arena or traveling out of town, the Channy's 2 team has your back for all your travels. Whether it's tires, brakes, engine repair, suspension alignment, or AC service, we're honored to serve you with reliable and expert car care. It's what we do at Channy's 2, 847-4252.
For 130 years, Ameriprise Financial has worked for their clients' futures, helping millions of Americans retire on their terms. Have Carrier and Barty, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, develop a customized plan for your retirement. Call me, Matt Carrier, or financial advisors Matt Hayden or Kelsey Barty at 218-847-2676 to learn more.
Office is located at 1135 Washington Avenue, Suite 103, Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guaranteed. May lose value. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Make the decision for Precision. Precision Printing. Their business is helping your business. Precision Printing is the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. For quality printing that won't break your budget, make the decision for Precision Printing. Creative sales pieces, flyers, brochures, letters, invoices, and more. Plus free pickup and delivery from the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. Make the decision for Precision. 847-3101 or visit them at 219 Front Street in Detroit Lakes.
And welcome back. It's the U-Motors second period intermission report. After 2 periods of play, no scoring in that second period. 1-0 still our score. Detroit Lakes leading Thief River Falls here in boys hockey. We did have some penalties in that second period, and it's been kind of the story of the game. 4 penalties on the Lakers in that second period. Hank Schlotteroff called for tripping. Easton Kennedy called for an interference penalty. Henry Olsen called for holding. Carter Whitworth called for roughing. Prowlers did commit 1 penalty. Spencer Anderson was called for a penalty in that second period. But and then we also had that Whitworth penalty that came with 1:13 left. So there's carryover time here into the third period. Matt, 47 seconds still to kill for the Lakers, but the Killers have done a nice job here tonight for the Lakers.
And that's something that it's easy to prepare for between periods. Say, hey, we got to kill off 47 seconds. But what's difficult is killing off that first 47 seconds. Thief's going to come out with a jump. They're going to come out with a set play probably if they can win that draw, things of that nature, how we're going to attack, what we're going to do to get, see if we can't get 2-3 shots on net in this 47 seconds. Because that's what it's going to take to get them back in this hockey game. As Lindbergh standing tall in there, the penalties are they're working in front of him. They're playing aggressive. So the penalties that the Lakers are taking, obviously they can't keep that up and keep doing that. I expect to stay in this hockey game because it'll run its course and tough to keep killing those penalties. Plus it disrupts. We've seen some offense, but it's been coming off of being when they're shorthanded and they're able to spring somebody out. But we haven't seen a lot of offensive pressure where we're controlling the puck and getting those shots on net. Consequently, that's why there's only been 1 goal scored, because if Roth isn't going to see that puck movement and force him from side to side, it's obvious to me that he's going to stand out and make those confident saves.
Goaltending has been solid tonight. Cooper Roth has shut down Easton Kennedy a number of times. We've seen some rushes, but Cooper Roth really playing well, and Griffin Lindbergh as well. He's saved all that he's seen so far, so we'll see what happens here in the third period. We'll take a break, and we'll look at the streaming schedule where we'll be at next week, and also take a look at our broadcast schedule for KDLM as well, as our U-Motors intermission report continues after this here on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Lakes TV3.
TV3 is your home for great local programming. We give a voice to our local communities. You can watch on Arvik Cable, on our website, YouTube, and Facebook page.
Layton Media offers a radio corral of 26 stations, including Real Country 102, Wave 1041, Today's Best Music, Lakes 99.5 Classic Hits, KJ Country 96.5, and KDLM. Follow on social media and stream your favorite Layton Media radio station wherever you are with the Lakes Area Radio app.
Looking for health care that keeps you feeling your best? At Essentia Health, our team of primary care providers is here to listen and guide you on your path to wellness. From routine checkups and preventative screenings to managing chronic conditions, we've got you covered. With a focus on building relationships, we take the time to understand your unique health concerns. Visit our website at essentiahealth.org to schedule your appointment.
The King is calling. Burger King of Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids is hiring for all shifts now. Whether you're looking for some supplemental income or a career opportunity, Burger King offers starting wages up to $15 an hour, and health insurance is available for full-time employees. Plus, paid training with advancement opportunities, flexible hours, free uniforms, and meal discounts. Starting up to $15 an hour, The King is calling. Burger King, Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids.
Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here from Strive Chiropractic. Say, you may have heard that we take a very different approach when it comes to chiropractic care and health care in general, and that's because we focus on the overall health of the body, looking at how everyday stress affects our nervous system. Your nervous system controls and regulates everything in your body, and chiropractic care at Strive can make a huge difference in your child's school year, their performance, their health, and their overall well-being. Call today to get your family on the road to feeling and functioning their best.
Detroit Lakes High School is giving students new opportunities to get out of class and get hands-on learning and experience. The Youth Skills Training Program at DLHS encourages, promotes, and supports the development of local partnerships between schools, employers, and community organizations. Students can choose from plant science and greenhouse management, advanced manufacturing, and the Certified Nursing Assistant Program. For more information, call Vern Schnathorst, 218-849-6110. Academies of Detroit Lakes. My future, my course.
Jeff's Muffler and Auto Repair on 8th Street in Detroit Lakes is your all-around auto repair. Jeff services fifth wheel hitches, 4 and 5-inch diesel exhausts, gooseneck hitches, brakes, shocks and struts, custom dual exhausts, and mufflers. Jeff's work is fully guaranteed and is now a 3-family member business. Call for an appointment today, 846-9318. Jeff's Muffler and Auto Repair in Detroit Lakes, 846-9318.
Welcome back to the U Motors Intermission Report as we're about ready to get the third period underway. So we have a moment. Let's take a look at our streaming schedule. We'll have girls hockey on tap on the 11th. That's Thursday, I believe. Yes, next Thursday. And then we have boys hockey on Friday versus Fargo Davies. I'm excited for a hockey double header coming up on the 16th. Girls hockey play first, and then boys play Alexandria later. I don't know if you have plans to make that journey, Matt.
I had planned on making it down. Okay. Should be a fun, nice place to call a game from down there. Alexandria's nice facility over there.
Girls hockey versus Morris Benson on the 18th, and then girls basketball versus Sauk Rapids Rice on the 19th. Girls basketball in action tonight at the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse, and not going the way of the Lakers. They're taking on Fergus Falls right now, and Fergus Falls, of course, a tough team. And Lakers trailing in the second half. Last I saw, 32-15 was the score in girls basketball tonight. Other Laker activities. Let's see, what do we got? Tomorrow, tonight, girls hockey, they're up in International Falls, Bronco Arena. Your favorite place, Matt?
The Rock. Fun place to play. Good ice, fast ice up there. And they've upgraded the boards and upgraded a few things in Bronco Arena. They had a fire there a few years ago up in the concessions area. They've redone a lot of stuff, but fun place to play. A good crowd, seats on both sides, the whole bit, and usually there's a big turnout for those games up there. Not a lot to do up in International Falls on a Friday night.
Good pizza place up there, though.
Couple of them. The Border Bar Pizza.
No,
Border Bar Pizza.
Border Bar. Tomorrow, it's a busy day in Laker activities. Dance will be on the road at Ricori for an invite, and of course, it's the Jackie Man invite. Laker gymnastics at Perham High School tomorrow. Wrestlers, they're at Wadena Deer Creek. Boys swimming and diving, they get their season underway. They're at Fergus Falls. And girls hockey here at the Kent tomorrow at 2 o'clock versus Worthington. Boys hockey games happening tonight. Warroad takes on Rockridge. Kitson County Central taking on North Shore. Crookston, who the Lakers will play next, they're taking on Hopkins. Bagley Foston taking on Ely. Bagley got the win 6-2. Section 6A games. Sartell takes on Sauk Rapids Rice. Sartell, number 3 in the Let's Play Hockey rankings. Little Falls versus Orono. Wilmer versus River Lakes. And let's look at some games happening around the area tonight. Yeah, big game on Tuesday for the Lakers, taking on Crookston on Tuesday, taking on the Pirates.
Well, like Coach alluded to in the interview, we don't put a lot of stock in these early games, but you back-to-back Section 8, you can pick up a couple wins in there. Boy, does that get the locker room really amped up and gets that ball rolling. And the issue that I say at the coaching, the issue with that is now you've kind of shown us where you can play, and you've got to live up to that every night.
5-on-4 hockey here for another 45 seconds. Carter Whitworth in the penalty box. Prowlers, fortunate they didn't get called for a tripping just moments ago as play goes to the corner. Pettit rings it off the boards and goes over the glass and into the mesh netting. Stoppage 18 seconds into the third period. Again, 1-0 our score. Goal came early in the first period. Hudson Pettit with the only marker tonight. Easton Kennedy to take the draw. Here in the defensive zone to the right of Lindbergh on his blocker side. Lakers go from left to right here in the third period. Prowlers, Spencer Anderson, he's been close a number of times, gives it off to Regala, into the slot. Johnson, on a rebound and a save by Lindbergh. It's still loose, and it's cleared by Pettit. Oh, good couple of chances for the Prowlers, but Griffin Lindbergh keeping this game right where it's at, 1-0. A loose stick as Lakers back at full strength. Prowlers hungry for a goal. As you said, Matt, they're going to come out strong here, but the Lakers fend them off, and a chance there for Kennedy on what would have been a breakaway, but Anderson caught up with it. And a big collision between Anderson and Kennedy. And a goal! And it's Rhett Walter, the freshman, who lights the lamp. 2-0 Lakers.
There was all that scrum on the side of Ruff, and he was paying attention to that scrum. That puck dipped out to Walter, and I tell you what, that's a Bantam-eligible freshman with a good, quick snapshot, raising up. I'm not sure Ruff saw that thing coming in. Like I said, his eye was not paying attention to where that puck was coming, and he just let it fly. Hey, he's looking quick. I just want to get this puck to the net. Bantam-eligible freshman, Mr. Walter, congratulations. That's a big goal for this Laker offense tonight.
Unless they say it was tipped by Kennedy, we'll see. But as it stands in my eyes, it looked like it was Walter that got it clean, but it might have been tipped. We'll see what the official announcement is. It's a hand pass on the Prowlers. And we'll get a face-off all the way down. 2-0 our score. Detroit Lakes leads Thief River Falls.
As I said earlier, that
10 into this third. Go ahead.
Roffness not looking super comfortable. He's made some spectacular saves and dynamite saves, and then then something like that comes floating in there, and it was a good, hard, quick shot, but it should have been it shouldn't have been as dangerous as it was.
It is. Rhett Walter gets the goal.
I could have seen if Kennedy did make a tip on it, makes it more of a difficult save. But for my eyes, that puck sailed right into the right above his blocker side into the top of the net.
Will Cymbaluk getting the assist along with Easton Kennedy. So another assist here for Cymbaluk as we get a whistle here.
Hand pass will bring it all the way down. I think it was that neutral zone.
There's another look at that Rhett Walter goal. Again, he got knocked down, gets back up. Actually, that was Kennedy that got knocked down, and then
like I said, he just steps in and just snaps that puck off. He's just trying to get the puck to the net. Good smart play by the young man. Just want to get it to the net. Don't want to take any chances high in the zone like this. I'm just going to snap it at the net.
Well, now they did change it to Kennedy's goal.
I don't think so. I think that puck looked like it went directly into me, but
change it up. Regardless, 2-0 our score. Detroit Lakes leads here. Still time, though. Prowlers close couple of times here tonight. Just, two Prowlers colliding, and that's two of their top players, Spencer Anderson and Jed Kelly. Friendly fire at center ice.
And Anderson went off slowly.
Meanwhile, Regala contested by Bauer Walter to the corner. Banked off the boards by Pettit. Pinched along the wall by Beckham Johnson. In the skates of Pettit. Waits for contact. Now it's played up and out by Zimmerman. Knife forward by Bender. Trying to get it back to Zimmerman. Delayed off sides here on the Lakers, so they got to tag up. Meanwhile, Prowlers will ice it. No, they wave it off. No icing here on the Prowlers as Pettit will give to Bauer Walter. Cross ice to Carter Whitworth, trying to get him going here tonight. Shot blocked by the Prowlers. It was Connaught getting in front of that shot.
You know, you can Whitworth. I know he's been skating a lot, but when because it was a hand injury, he's skated a lot and he's in practice doing that. But there's a big difference between getting in the game and it isn't about being in shape or out of shape or trying to get the wind back. It's about your timing, right? It's about circling through. You see that with NFL receivers, guys like that where the timing's off, and that's what I'm seeing out of Whitworth tonight. It's not like he's winded or out of shape from being out, but the timing's off a little bit, and he'll have to generate that as the game as the season goes and as they creep closer to Christmas break here.
Chance here for Whitworth in front. Couldn't find it as it's played to the corner. Regala. There's a chance. Simblick, couple of big hits.
Anderson put a big lick on Desharm up top.
Whiff there on the shot there by Whitworth. Puck goes to the corner, and the Prowlers will get it out. Another big check. Whitworth part of that smash as it's dumped in here by the Lakers.
And that's what he brings to the table. We talked about it last year, that he comes in, he makes those checks, and as long as he can keep his head about him, it's going to be successful.
Rhett Walter on the receiving end of a check. Things getting physical here. A big check by Schlotteroff in the corner. Play continues. Played along by Pettit, kept in the zone to the corner. Dodges a check, and they're going to call a trip, I believe, on the Prowlers.
I think Regala is going to pick it up. Oh, he's sneaking off the ice.
Pettit, that's good hustle. He kept it in the zone and then working his way in. Definitely saw that leg.
Tucker Knott, I think.
Extended that leg. That's dangerous whenever he avoided the knee-to-knee contact, but definitely a tripping.
Schlotteroff with a big hit on that half board there. He had the elbows up a little bit, but I think they drifted down just in time to keep him out because the referee was watching it close.
So Tucker Knott in the penalty box. That's a Red Lake Falls name as the Lakers have a power play. It's Bauer Walter, right circle, Rhett Walter, and the puck bounced over the stick of Kennedy and back out to neutral ice.
Back on the freshman Walter. They're trying to force one through there. That's the last thing you want to do at this point of the game. Just take your patiently buy your time on that power play.
Kennedy once again trying to drive to the net. It's steered aside by the goaltender Cooper Roth. As Kennedy holds the zone. Now it's out by Anderson and all the way down. Minute 15 left in the power play for the Lakers. Not in the box for tripping. 11:33 left to go in this hockey game. Fun one tonight. Glad to have you along. Walter brings it wide. Stolen in front. Loose. Chance. Rebound. Still loose. Covered up. That was Schlotteroff with a good chance in front, but Roth makes a save.
And that's that pressure in front of the net, and that's what this group can bring. Is you got, like I said, you got that first set with Kennedy, Simblick, and Whitworth. That's bringing that skill, bringing that tenacity to it. But this second set, they're coming in, they're forcing some plays on net, and trying to make something happen.
Ooh. And that is going to be a penalty. I've been calling that. Schlotteroff goes to the box. Anything close, and that's the end of the power play for the Lakers.
You see
out
that,
of position.
You see that one again as he got that stick in there.
It
looked like he just quit moving his feet just for a second. And that's where you can get that stick in there and keep moving your feet, or keep the stick out, move your feet. But you can't get stick in there and quit moving your feet. You're going to get that penalty. It's just easy to see for an official.
So hooking on Schlotteroff. So 4-on-4 hockey for 47 seconds. Slap shot on the draw. Well wide of the net. Cleared out by the Lakers all the way down, and it'll be touched here by Roth, so no icing. And it is 4-on-4. So Spencer Anderson, the offensive zone. One-timer. Good break up there by Bauer Walter, and it's picked up by Pettit. Backhanded it to Olsen, couldn't catch up to it. And Justison dumps it in. 10:40 to go, third period, 2-0, Lakers leading. Trying to pick up their second win of the season. Prowlers, they're hungry for their first win. They're 0-3.
Thief River back to full strength. Minute 10 left on their power play opportunity.
And Kennedy in the offensive zone. Anything that you're noticing, the Prowlers just have not, as I say this now, as they get into the offensive zone, we'll hold that thought. As Anderson enters his zone, lost it there. Tie-up ensues. Kennedy gets back into play. Good pressure by the Lakers. A steal and clear by Cymbaluk. The lack of production from the Prowler power play, anything that you're noticing tonight?
Well, one thing I'm noticing is I'm seeing some jump out of the Lakers tonight that's really it's really holding up the progress for this Thief River team. So let's give the Lakers some credit where it's due. Guys are hustling around, they're jumping, they're playing physical. Even though we're taking penalties, we're playing physical. But I said it earlier, I'm just the top to bottom, the depth of this Thief River team. It usually we're seeing a little more depth than that in previous Thief teams. So I think that's where the production, you've got a couple of your better players split apart, where the Lakers, they're able to stack 3 guys up. They're trying to make it a little more even lineup. And because all your production's coming out of, Anderson and Browse and guys like that. And it's easy when you're a team like the Lakers, who we have 3 lines that can skate out there. And when you take, and then Pettit, who's really keyed in on Anderson tonight and made it tough on him.
Matt Schlotteroff is down. He was blindsided there, and Browse dishing out some punishment there. Head down.
He's up.
And he is up. That's good.
Looks like his shoulder maybe. Like he's hanging a little bit, but
he got flattened there by Browse, and so good to see Hank Schlotteroff to the bench.
Yeah, fortunately,
under his own power.
Fortunately, he was close to the door, but he got, kind of looked like he got turned around.
And so Coach Noah talks to the official. Was there anything unnecessary there? Everything stays the same. 5-on-5 hockey here. 8:52 left. Third period. Loose clear by the Lakers all the way down. This will not be icing, though, as Roth comes out and plays the puck.
Trainer's talking to Hank down there. Hopefully he can sneak back into this hockey game.
Oh, chance on! Whitworth couldn't capture it as it goes off of his stick, and now the Prowlers will get it out of the zone. Good scoring chance there for Carter Whitworth. Good feed by Will Cymbaluk, but couldn't cash in. And the puck goes out of play, and we'll have a defensive zone draw for the Lakers. 8:27 left. 2-0 our score. 29-27. Lakers edging the Prowlers in shots by 2.
I think they're pretty close. That's where I got 28-27, but I think we're close.
Kennedy back out there against Spencer Anderson. Top line versus top line. Anderson wins the draw and gets it in the slot. Gets a shot away as he was falling down, and a save by Lindberg. Kennedy stayed onside. Prowlers trying to keep it onside. They do. Anderson now in the corner on his backhand. Feeds it to the blue line. Johnson with a shot. And then clear by the Lakers. Out to neutral ice. 8 minutes left. Third period. Ooh, tough angle. Puck loose. Slap shot. Regala. Saved by Lindberg.
Pettit tried to use his hand to grab that, and it looked like it ricocheted off of his glove and over towards Lindberg.
Kennedy wanting a penalty. Got sandwiched by 2 defenders. Meanwhile, puck in the corner. Cymbaluk gets upended. And now a tie-up as Anderson comes away with it. Physical hockey game here, especially in the late stages.
Good old-fashioned hip check down in the corner that Cymbaluk ended up on the wrong side of.
Tie up now in the corner. And it's played by Brody Bender. Backhanded by Pettit. And now he'll get it to the blue line, but not out. Now Bender does get it out. Cymbaluk over the blue line of the Prowlers. Rips a shot. Blocker save by Roth. Cycled down as we see the Lakers make some changes, and Hank Schlotteroff back out there, Matt. That's good to see. As the Prowlers in the offensive zone, Anderson in the corner, drives it wide behind the net. As Descharme pays the price, he gets upended. Beckham Johnson filters it down to the end boards. One-time feed in front, and then it's cleared by Whitworth. And not far enough for icing, as the Prowlers will play it out of their zone.
That was intentional by Whitworth there. Instead of wailing it down the ice, he chips it over, makes Thief River skate the length of the ice to pick it up, but allows him to get his team to get a line change and no stoppage for the icing.
Played off the end boards and covered up by Griffin Lindbergh. Yeah, it was interesting talking with Coach Kyle Anderson of Thief River Falls just about how, their season ended here at the Kent last year and looking for some retribution, but just have kind of been snake bitten tonight. The Prowlers have, and been able to find the back of the net.
Well, I mean, when you got 30 shots on net and you haven't found the back of the net, you can turn, and there's one coming in honor there, and that's Griffin Lindbergh that's keeping those pucks out.
Here's Will Simblick on a breakaway. Simblick shoots, and another highlight save for Cooper Roth. Now a chance for Pettit, and he fans on the shot.
Two-shot fans. Simblick kind of lost the handle on his also.
Now Simblick mixing it up as he had a one-timer in front, and I'll draw some reaction as he did have a late kind of jab at that puck. Meanwhile,
Thief's trying to call for a penalty. He fell down on his own. There wasn't a lot of contact there. I thought cooler heads prevailed there. Everybody gave up. I wouldn't. In my opinion, if I'm officiating this hockey game, I wouldn't be calling any penalties here. The kids separated. They did their thing. I think that this is a good hard-fought battle, and I wouldn't be putting anybody in the box here. But it looks like we're going to get some coincidentals with Kennedy and Prowler player there.
Jed Kelly. It looked like Kelly just kind of lost.
It looked like he just kind of fell down.
Yeah. But going back to that breakaway chance there by Will Simblick, it was all started by a face-off win by Kennedy. That's a design play, it looked like, off the glass and out, and then Simblick gets behind the defense and tries to go backhand, and Roth up to the task.
It looked like he lost a little handle on it as he went to the backhand there. Just couldn't quite handle it.
Late stages, under 6 to go here in the third period, 2-0. Kennedy to the box, Jed Kelly to the box, Coincidental Miners. As the Lakers get in the offensive zone now without Easton Kennedy. It's actually going to be Radnecki, the player sets the penalty on the Prowlers, as the Prowlers will ice the puck here. And it'll be an offensive zone draw. Definitely cleared 3 lines. Prowlers thought that it could have been played there, but. Well, Thief River Falls, they're back in action tomorrow. They're back at home versus Hopkins tomorrow. Lakers with the day off tomorrow.
Crookston have Hopkins tonight?
Yep, Crookston has Hopkins. Must be making a northern swing. 5:21 left, third period, 2-0. Lakers. Hudson Pettit with the game's first goal. Easton Kennedy with the last goal for Detroit Lakes. It's in the box right now. As there goes a stick flying into the mesh netting as we got a shot goes wide. Not sure who lost the stick. It was actually Bauer Walter lost his stick. Here's a tough angle shot and a save by Lindbergh. Some rough housing afterwards. I've seen a stick fly that high. We captured that on replay. Stick goes airborne with Bauer Walter. This was moments ago, saved by Lindbergh. Again, he's been good tonight. 32 shots so far for the Prowlers. Still 2-0, Lakers leading. Face off by Brody Bender, won by the Prowlers. Redirect goes wide. Out of the far half wall. Pinned against the boards. Hunter Boogie along the boards. Now feed in front by Hudson Hall. This is wide. Trying to hold it in. It's Weston Olson for the Prowlers at the blue line. Redirect to the corner. And Prowlers will get to it. Drive broken up here by the Lakers, and a chance for Will Simblick. Simblick gets through a stick check. Simblick, backhand, one-timer. Shot taken by Bender, but a save by Roth. Prowlers now down to 4:12 left, third period. Lakers up by 2 goals. Trying to get their second win of the year. Beat Sauk Rapids Rice earlier this week. After being shut out in the first 2 games of the season, Grand Forks Central and Fargo Shanley, as the Lakers will make a line change. Schlotteroff putting some pressure on. Icing call on Thief River. 3:44 left, 2-0. This was moments ago with that one-timer by Bender.
Nice heavy shot by Brooks. He came down, that had a stick on the ice, right to receive that pass, and Simblick, nice flat pass, didn't try to get fancy with it.
Back to Pettit on the face-off win in the offensive zone. Pettit shot sails wide, held in by Walter. Now the near side corner played by the Prowlers all the way down. This is icing again. And we'll get another offensive zone draw with 3.5 to go.
Really struggling. You know, you asked me before to pinpoint a few things, and that's one of them I've noticed. They've been really struggling to get the pucks out of the zone. And again, Thief River struggling to get pucks out of the zone. Again, props to Lakers for putting some pressure on, but they've had time to make passes and make plays, and their timing's just off a little bit.
Kennedy back on the ice after serving that coincidental minor, gets the puck on that draw and missed the net. We have a broken stick. That's a Prowler Browse that broke his stick. Meanwhile, Pettit with a shot through traffic. It was all the way there by Roth, and a cover-up here with 3:14 left in the third period. Hudson Pettit looking for his second goal of the night, but Cooper Roth making that save. Good D-to-D connection. Never a bad idea to get a shot on net, and Simblick trying to provide a screen there, but Roth making that save. He's off to the right of Roth on his blocker side. Austin Justison, Schlotteroff, and Henry Olsen out there for the Lakers. Another shot from long distance, another save by Roth. Rebound picked up by Browse. He'll play it ahead for Jed Kelly. Into the offensive zone go the Prowlers with 3 minutes to go. As Kelly tries to tuck it in short side, a quick whistle by the official stops play with exactly 3 minutes left.
Lindbergh showing some strength there against that post as they tried to force that puck in. He wasn't allowing it, pinned himself up against that post, and actually hid that puck around the outside. Official lost sight of it and blew that whistle dead.
Quick whistle helps the Lakers there. As we'll have a face-off to the right of Lindbergh, blocker side. Anderson trying to win the draw. Kennedy ties him up and wins it back to Pettit. So Lakers control the puck. Face-offs have been an area where the Lakers have excelled at tonight as well. As this puck glances off the glass, settled down by Kennedy. Feeded in deep. Cleared out to neutral ice by the Prowlers. Browse lost an edge, and Pettit then loses an edge and plays it shallowly into the Prowler zone. Back out it goes, and then a Laker. Walter loses his footing. Late stages here. Ice might be getting a little chipped up. 2:20 left here in the third. We got a whistle away from the play, Matt. What was this? There's a slashing penalty. Oh, and it's a bench minor on the Prowlers. So it's not only Anderson that's going to go to box, it's going to be a bench minor. He teed him up.
Well, Coach Anderson's been on these officials, and this one, I like I said, I'd be interested to see where this slash came from because I missed it. Something behind the play, evidently.
And Coach is wondering, official wants him to put another player in the box. And things are getting animated between Kyle Anderson and the officials. And it's actually surprising that we're having this heated debate and not seeing the hips here. As is Anderson out, or is he going to stay on the bench? So it's going to be 5-on-3. Did they send another player to the box, man?
Yes, they gave Anderson went in for the slashing, and then they gave a bench minor to the Prowler team. And so number 19 will be serving that penalty for the Prowlers.
Tucker Connaught, and so it's also Spencer Anderson in the box. So it's 5-on-3 hockey. So that changes things here. 5-on-3 for, there's only 2 minutes and 8 seconds left, Matt, and the Prowlers are going to be 2 players short unless the Lakers can score, which would mean, well, it would be over. Bauer Walter to Kennedy, Simblick, Walter. 5-on-3 hockey here. Kennedy, bottom of the circles. Simblick, goal, Detroit Lakes. Hudson Pettit, his second of the night. 3-0 power play goal.
And that one goes early, so they're going to take one out, and they'll still have a minute and a half to work that power play around again, 5-on-4.
This is the Pettit goal. It's a good feed again. It's Will Simblick. This is his third assist tonight, as he was able to find a wide open Hudson Pettit.
You know, he was 2-2 against Sauk Rapids the other day too, for 2 goals, 2 assists. So, and we talked about him in the first period with that little bit of jump that he's got going tonight, and everybody's kind of jumping on his back. And once they fed him the puck there, he popped that thing in. Once Simblick fed Pettit that puck, that was a good quick wrister, and in the back of the net it goes. But 5-on-3, it's nice to see there's no hurry on that. We're going to work it around, find the open player, and make sure that we stuff this thing away and put the cap on this Section 8 battle here. And I'm not foreseeing 3 goals in a minute 40 when there's a minute 28 left in the man advantage.
Timeout by the Lakers, brought to you by U Motors. So the power play continues here for the Lakers. It was a 5-on-3. And that is our first power play of the night. And again, it's when it's, you know.
And I'm not sure about the timeout there and what.
Maybe just saying, hey, keep your heads. Don't do anything that'll threaten us for Crookston on Tuesday.
No question about it. Just a little reminder, hey fellas, just keep the helmet strapped on, keep the elbows down. Any retaliation, just got to walk away, because this way it was heated.
1:46 left to go in this hockey game. 3-0 our score. Detroit Lakes pick up their second win of the year. Still have a power play here for another minute 20. Spencer Anderson gets back into the play, dislodged the puck from Kennedy and sent the length here. 90 seconds left. Rhett Walter, who got an assist on that Kennedy goal. Gives it off to Pettit, who's looking for number 3 tonight. Bauer Walter gets shouldered by Kelly.
Good clean body check, but boy, that's a stiff one. Fortunately for Walter, he wasn't playing here before the new boards. The old boards don't give like these ones. That would have been that might have been a shoulder there.
1 minute remaining in the third period.
Minute left to go in this Section 8A tilt.
Offsides
on the Lakers. Neutralized face-off. Yeah, big game on Tuesday if you're looking for something to do. Detroit Lakes hosting Crookston on Tuesday. As the Lakers win the draw, Max Ducharme will bring it in the offensive zone. Looking for a redirect in front. Held in by Bauer Walter. Lawson Justison pays the price as he gets it down to Henry Olsen. Back to Walter, 40 seconds left in the third period. 3-0 Lakers. With a 2-2 on the year. As Prowlers send it the length of the ice, down to 30 seconds left. 8 seconds left on the bench minor penalty on the Prowlers. Served by Tucker Connaught. As the Lakers will move it back to Henry Olsen, and turnover here. 13 seconds left. Prowlers looking to break the scoreless streak in the final seconds. Here's a shot and a goal. So the shutout has been spoiled by Tucker Connaught, who just came from the penalty box here with 2.8 seconds left here in the third period.
Lindbergh got trapped back in the net there. He was looking for a stoppage around that backside of the net, and instead of just keeping that puck down below the goal line with less than 10 seconds left, just keep that puck. There's no point in forcing that puck back up the ice. So you just got to be thinking about that, and it's something to learn as you're moving through the season. Big Laker victory tonight, 3-1 over Thief River Falls Prowlers for the first Section 8 victory of the season.
3-1 our final, our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our post-game show next. You're listening to Laker Hockey on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Lakes TV3 and also on the radio in Thief River Falls. KKAQ back in 3 minutes.
Sanford Clinic of Detroit Lakes wants to wish the Lakers good luck in the high school sports season. Sanford Clinic of Detroit Lakes salutes Laker sports and its great tradition. The Lakers have shown us how hard work, dedication, and teamwork is what it takes to succeed. At Sanford Clinic, they resemble those of the athletes with passion, courage, and strength. Sanford Health, Detroit Lakes, open Monday through Saturday. 218-846-2000.
Good luck, Lakers, from Bluebird Books in Detroit Lakes. Bluebird Books carries new books for all ages and interests. They also have a great assortment of local art, candles, cards, candy, and many other gift items. Their friendly and experienced staff can help with book recommendations for yourself or for a gift. And if they don't have the book you're looking for, they'd be happy to order it for you. Bluebird Books is open 7 days a week, located on Washington, downtown Detroit Lakes, and online at www.bluebirdbooks.store.
Principal Mortgage Group Incorporated, number 194185, a locally owned mortgage broker committed to providing clients with excellent customer service, combined with competitive mortgage rates. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, purchasing or building your dream home, refinancing an outstanding mortgage, consolidating debt, our highly experienced team of mortgage professionals can help make your dreams come true. Contact Craig, NMLS number 195006, Rob, NMLS number 320509, or Julia, NMLS 537109 at 844-7466.
Are you tired of impersonal service and surprise fees from your bank? Time to change that, and fast. Just open your new checking account at Bell Bank, in person or online. It's America's best checking, and we'll work with you to make your switch as smooth as possible. Get started at bell.bank/easy. Already a happy Bell customer? Tell a friend. Once they switch, you'll both get $50. Bell Bank, member FDIC. Bonus will be deposited within 5 business days after qualifications are met. $50 minimum deposit to open.
A Foltz building speaks for itself, but our customers say it best. This is Nick Bowers with Foltz Buildings in Detroit Lakes. From garages to commercial spaces, machine storage to toy storage, our experienced team delivers top quality construction tailored to your needs. See our work firsthand. Visit our models any day of the week on Highway 10 West in Detroit Lakes. Call 218-847-3281 for a free estimate. And read real customer reviews at foltzbuildings.com.
From the first Little Laker to the now Senior Lakers, Lake Sports Shop has been equipping those kids with the best and safest equipment in the Lakes area. Lake Sports Shop in Detroit Lakes, also proud to be the best location for hunting gear, winter gear, summer water toys, birthday gifts, holiday gifts, and just your all-around Lake Sports Shop. Good luck to all of the Laker athletes, whether you're just starting out or now seniors. Lake Sports Shop in Detroit Lakes, a proud sponsor of all Laker athletes. Lakeshore.
Yeah, welcome back, Ken Freeman Arena. Post-game showtime. Lakers with the win over Thief River Falls on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard. Get the win 3-1 as we talk with assistant coach Tanner Lane here for some post-game reaction. Coach, you guys led throughout this hockey game, but it was not easy.
Never is against Thief River, right? But anytime that you get a Section 8A win and early in the season like that, we'll take it. Certainly not the game flow that we were looking for tonight, but I'm proud of our guys. A lot of frustration, especially after the end of that second period when we were killing for 2/3 of it. But, you got to give our credit to our seniors and our goalie as well. He kept us in that game during those lulls that we had. But 3-1, even shots, we'll take it all night long.
Getting some offense from defense. Hudson Pettit, 2 goals tonight.
He's a good player. I mean, last year he was a little bit snake bit in terms of getting on the score sheet, but you see it out there. It's clear that he's one of the best skaters on the ice, and I think that's his 3rd goal on the year already, 3 in 2 games. So he's done a really good job in the power play as well. That first one obviously was 5-on-5, but he's done a really good job of finding that soft area in the power play, and what a play by Will at the end there to find him in the back door.
And how about Rhett Walter? He. It was deflected by Kennedy, so Kennedy gets the goal, but it was his shot that initially. A freshman.
Right, and that was such a big goal. We knew that if we can get that second one and kind of take away their momentum a little bit was going to be the big one for us. And Rhett, no different than his brother. I mean, Bauer's an unbelievable player too, but a freshman that's playing a lot of big minutes for us against guys that are bigger and older than him. But Rhett certainly can hold his own out there, and just the patience, right? He's a freshman. He gets that puck, and those guys are coming after him, and gets his head up and threads the needle. We needed it.
So many penalties in this hockey game for both sides. but you got to be pleased with your penalty kill. A lot of scoring chances from
Certainly.
the shorthanded unit.
Yeah, and the old saying is your best penalty killer has to be your goalie, and he was tonight. But no, our guys did a great job, and we're trying to limit the ice time for our Easton Kennedy and Will Simbalak and those guys, and our Lawson Justison. But when there's that many penalties, you have to just get out there and do the work. And that's, like I said, that's not the game flow that we want, but man, did they do a good job tonight. And it's hard work. And, then our sophomore line doesn't get into the game too much because they're not killing penalties. But, again, I'm just proud of them. It's a tough game to be able to stay in it and get through it, knowing that at 5-on-5 we're the better team tonight, and we were. But, I'm just proud of them.
I thought Henry Olsen, he's a nice penalty killer for you.
Henry's been great. He played defense all of last year on the JV team, and he's kind of a guy that you could put anywhere, but he's stepped onto that second line and done a really, really nice job offensively as well. So it's a luxury to have him up front, but like you mentioned on the penalty kill too, he's got a little bit of that defensive knack to him as well, but he sprints everywhere, blocks shots, and he's kind of a pest to play against, which is good for us. So
Will Simbalak, a part of all 3 goals, getting helpers in all 3 of those goals. The way he can find his teammates, especially that last goal with Pettit.
Yeah, and that just depicts his game, right? I mean, doesn't score a ton of goals, but he is an absolute playmaker, and him and Easton Kennedy are extremely fun to watch. Again, another luxury to have players like that. Easton obviously gets a lot of the talk around the town and stuff, being our best player, which he is, but Will is right up there being one of the better players we've had in our program, and it's pretty fun to be able to watch them and coach them on the bench. So we're very lucky.
Big Section 8 win here tonight, and then you get another chance on Tuesday against Crookston.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the start we had against those North Dakota teams not scoring goals, and we talked about it previously the other week. But, it's good. You got to win the important ones, the section games, the conference games, and we knew this was a big one. Playing Thief River only once every year is extremely important. We're always pretty close to them in the standings come playoff time, but got to refocus, got a weekend to kind of recoup. Luckily, I think we're pretty healthy right now, so right back to it. Hopefully there won't be 25 penalties on Tuesday, so we'll see.
Yeah, a lot of penalties here in this hockey game, but you adapt, right? If the officials are going to be calling it tight, you got to tell your guys, hey, anytime you're holding or anything they're going to call it, right?
And it's hard, and I'll give the refs credit. I mean, all the penalties that they called were penalties. It's not like they were calling some ticky-tack stuff, and just kind of the nature of the way that game went. Obviously, it's an emotional game. It's an emotional sport, and you're playing a rival, and both teams knew how big that game was, but I would rather not play games like that. I mean, I'd love 5-on-5. Obviously, we want power plays, but that second period was very difficult for everybody on the bench. But like you said, I'm just extremely proud for how they handled it, and I think it's a testament to our seniors in our room. That's leadership. That's them getting through it and leading on the ice, of course, as well. But that's a game right there where we could have easily given up one, and it's a whole different ball game in the third. But they did a great job.
Congrats on the win tonight,
Thanks
Coach.
Much. Appreciate it.
Good luck on Tuesday.
Thank you.
All right, that's assistant coach Tanner Lane joining us here on the post game. We'll take a break. We'll be back to wrap things up here from the Kent Freeman Arena right after this.
Lake Shirts has been named the Lakes area's best place to work for years now, and with good reason. Friendly people, casual dress, flexible scheduling, great profit sharing, and dogs at work are just a few of the ways that Lake Shirts stands out. And Lake Shirts is currently looking for great people like you to join their team for part-time and full-time positions. Check out all of the current openings at lakeshirts.com and come see why life's better in a t-shirt. Lake Shirts, a proud sponsor of Laker Sports.
U Motors Detroit Lakes, Pelican, and Fargo have been helping families make memories for years now. From the water toys to land toys, they've got every inch of fun covered. Pontoons, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, riding gear, snowmobiles, and more. U Motors knows there's been many smiles and lots of laughter from the days on the water to the miles of trails in the snow. Stop by any of their locations, Detroit Lakes, Pelican, or Fargo, and let U Motors help you find just what your family needs. Online at umotorsinc.com.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $450 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $450 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through January 31st, 2026.
Metal Sales in Detroit Lakes. Proud supporters of Laker Athletics. With over 55 years of experience, Metal Sales is the nation's leading manufacturer of metal roofing, wall, and building systems. When it comes to metal panels, no one does it better. Looking for a fresh career opportunity? Metal Sales in Detroit Lakes is hiring. Stop by, apply online, or give them a call to see what's in store for you. Good luck this season, Laker athletes, from everyone at Metal Sales in Detroit Lakes. The Metal Panel Pros.
Life isn't perfect, but that doesn't mean we can't make it better for the people we care about. At Weber Family Motors, that's our family and our team, and also the customers who have been shopping with us since 2007. That's why we've made our Pro-Certified Unlimited Mile program complimentary for every eligible new and pre-owned vehicle. So you get one less thing to worry about. Visit our showroom on Highway 10 West next to Menards or browse online at WeberFamilyMotors.com. Weber Pro Certified. Drive home.
Make the decision for Precision. Precision Printing. Their business is helping your business. Precision Printing is the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. For quality printing that won't break your budget, make the decision for Precision Printing. Creative sales pieces, flyers, brochures, letters, invoices, and more. Plus free pickup and delivery from the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. Make the decision for Precision. 847-3101 or visit them at 219 Front Street in Detroit Lakes.
Fall is the season of cozy nights, crisp mornings, and gathering where it feels most like home. Why not find your happy place right where the leaves fall? Whether it's a Fall is the season of cozy nights, crisp mornings, and gathering where it feels most like home. Why not find your happy place right where the leaves fall? Whether it's a cabin at the lake or your forever family home, My Kind of Bank makes it easy. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and friendly local experts, they'll guide you through every step of the home buying journey. Buying, refinancing, or upgrading, My Kind of Bank is ready when you are. Visit mykindofbank.com or stop by today. First National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
And welcome back. Post-game show continues. Lakers get the win over the Thief River Falls Prowlers. Final score on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard, 3-1. Detroit Lakes improving to 2-2 on the year, and then they'll return to action on Tuesday against Crookston. And as Coach Lane talked about, Matt, it's hard, when you have so many penalties to really see the true result. But I think the better team won here tonight. Detroit Lakes gets the win 3-1.
Well, we talked about it early. They came out with some jump tonight. They came out with some physicality, which essentially led to some of the penalties and things. One thing I disagree with Tanner, I think there was a few ticky-tack things that, maybe could have laid off and not been called. But they, as we talked about, they kept it consistent all game. So there wasn't a lot to complain about if you were on the wrong side of any of those, other than those penalties. So, they geared up. They kept going. They pressed through any of that and worked on those things. And as we talked about, that's one thing I know that they work on in practice. They work on their special teams, and it paid off tonight.
Yeah. Prowlers, good thing they'll be right back in action tomorrow. Sometimes it's nice just to get right back out there and play again.
Yeah, we talked about that with the Lakers after Central. They're going to go right back out. They get a win against Shanley, get the ball rolling, and head down to pick up their first win down in Sauk, and then come back here and keep it going. That's a big win, and I know it's early in the season, but as you talked about in the interview, when you only get to see a team once, you proved your point. That's it. You don't get another chance. If Thief River says, "Hey, that's no good. Well, we want to challenge again. We'll put it on the schedule and let's get it going." But Lakers came out tonight and got the job done. We've got a couple other Section 8 games going on right now. Warroad just tied the game up against Rock Ridge. Got a report in from a Thief River Falls former Laker coach, Corey Pools, up in Thief River Falls, paying a little attention. And Hopkins has come back against Crookston, and looks like they're forcing overtime with 3-3 going into overtime.
Always interesting. We'll find the final scores out and report to you tomorrow morning, Saturday, Coffee with the Coaches. We're back at it tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock right here on KDLM. And on our broadcast schedule for Lakes TV3 YouTube and also on KDLM, we'll have girls hockey next Thursday, boys hockey on Friday versus Fargo Davies, and then we have a hockey doubleheader against Alexandria, and then closing in on Christmas break with girls hockey against Morris Benson and girls basketball versus Sauk Rapids Rice. So that's a wrap for our broadcast final score on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard. 3-1, Detroit Lakes gets the win over the Thief River Falls Prowlers. For all of our broadcast team, Matt Wimmer, Mike Heller, commentator, for Rylan Mills, our camera operator, and our board op and engineer, and getting everything ready for us here on the TV side of things. Raina Zima doing a great job here tonight. I'm Charlie Newland signing off here from the Kent Freeman Arena. In final score, 3-1, Detroit Lakes over Thief River Falls. Have a